Welcome to Elite Encounters. I'd like to give a special welcome back to the Elite. Yes, that's you, our awesome subscribers and followers. You can catch us here on Tuesdays, every Tuesday at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We'd love for you guys to take a look at our channel on YouTube and Twitch and those links there. Plus that awesome subscribe and follow button. Hit that and you too can become one of the elite. We also have a Patreon we'd like you guys to check out. Find us here also on Mondays, not this last Monday, but Mondays for the Bloodlords campaign. And Wednesday, you guys can check out Barnabas Brushes. He is definitely associated with us. And you've got, on Thursdays, sometimes you find Overwatch playing some games.
He's been on the last 2 weeks.
He has. It's been awesome. And then, of course...
Barnabas will not be streaming?
Not this Wednesday?
Not this week.
Okay, not this week, but
he's got
check
a
out
conflict.
Barnabas Brushes other weeks on Wednesdays. And we also have Critical Knowledge that drops on Fridays, so you can find out some different things on Pathfinder Remastered. And Tuesdays, you have the Soul Severed campaign. So, previously on Soul Severed,
Bum, bum, bum.
the group had found their way through to the demi-plane of the world trees, searching for the icons of ascendance. They have several in their possession, and after several trials and a dream, they found the Equilibrium Heartwood, which was the one that they were after now. They are looking now for the next one that they had Avery kind of do her compass thing. She meditates and gets in touch with her goddess, and her goddess gives her a little bit of knowledge for direction. This time she got a major ping, a direction. She was sure of it, and after going through a portal, they found themselves in the Rootstone Nexus again. This was where they had encountered a large planar worm that actually swallowed Esteban, and thankfully Sivril was able to cut him out with a killing blow that split the worm, dropping his disgusting body covered in worm guts everywhere. So, back in the Rootstone Nexus, they decided they did need to take a rest after all their trials and such. Not quite too tired, though. They did sit and chat about their exploits, the trials of the party split, Irnela's dream. And after long chat about that, and finally settling in, it was Chevy and Sivril on watch. And you guys found that you had a quite quiet, once everybody settled into sleep, quiet watch. Sunshine finally actually took her sleep, though she wouldn't be up for the next, because only 4 hours of sleep, but she probably didn't go to sleep until about 2.5, 3 hours into your shift. So, who was it you woke up for the next shift?
Irnela.
It's supposed to be with Avery.
Yeah.
Okay. So, Irnela and Avery, you guys get up for your shift of the watch, and I would like a perception from both of you guys. I will take care of Avery's. Of course, Azara's up if Avery's up.
32.
All right.
Well, she's gone country.
I would have
you guys
refocused while we were doing our shift, by the way, just to regain my one focus that I had spent.
Okay. So you guys watch, and you've got El Gato has actually climbed and squished himself between the top of the Rootstone Nexus and the hut, and he has squeezed himself over onto the side that you guys are mainly keeping watch on, and he is just, again, he won't leave you alone. He seems to something has to be touching you. Even if he lays down, he has to keep a foot touching you or something. It's like he's connected to you in some way now. And he's just not giving it up. So, but other than that, you guys find, you guys had that weird scratching noise and this crazy noise as he crawled his way over top of the hut. Because he found he couldn't reach you through the hut and out the door to where you're keeping watch, so he made his way over the hut.
Sorry.
possibly waking up a few of you as you were trying to sleep. You heard the scrambling of this displacer beast and its 6 legs as it clawed its way over and through.
Sure.
But other than that, everything is pretty quiet on your watch. So on the last watch, I take it that would be Esteban and Several then, since you're
Yep.
back awake by then.
Yep.
All right. Go ahead and give me your perception.
27.
Okay. You guys are watching and you both get this weird, strange feeling. You don't see anything really, but there's almost a change in the atmosphere. It's very quiet, but it was already quiet. And it's almost as if there's a strange pressure behind your eyes. Almost
I like the way that
like
feels.
being watched. It's familiar yet impossible to place your finger on.
Sure. I'll ask. I remember I asked Esteban if he's feeling the same thing. I kind of describe it the best I can.
Yes, this very. It just makes me feel disharmonized. It's behind the eyes, almost as if I have an allergy to something.
Yeah.
I do not like this. I've only had this once when there was a perfume of this beautiful woman, but I could not get past the perfume.
Huh.
Yes.
Well, that's interesting. Nothing had changed between my first watch and my second watch. Like, it all still looks the same, correct?
Everything looks the same, yes.
Okay. Well, I'll just kind of like make a mental note that this feels fucking weird and I hate it, and got to figure out what that is so we can replicate it and make all the women wear this kind of perfume. Keep Esteban under control.
So all of you kind of wake with this odd pressure, atmospheric change, so to speak. I mean, sunshine's cooking, and doesn't seem to be an altitude thing, so nothing seems to have changed as far as cooking goes. But
Does
you
the water
definitely
boil
can feel
faster?
this weird pressure. It's odd. So you guys have breakfast, probably talking a little bit about this, hearing Esteban talk about this perfume that this woman wore. Nobody seems to be having any sinus issues. Nobody's nose is running. But it's behind the eyes, almost like a headache that wants to start.
Okay.
And eventually the hut disappears. And the Rootstone Nexus is open before you.
I think we're used to this by now, right? So the thing disappears, we just pack our stuff and start heading in the direction that Avery has pointed.
Sunshine, did you heal us all before bed last night at all?
Mhm.
Okay.
Yep.
Do you know how much healing that was?
All of it.
All of it.
All of it? Okay. I didn't know how many spell slots you had, so I didn't want
I also have needle and thread.
to... Okay.
Ouch.
Sounds a little
That
more
doesn't
painful
sound
for
like
me, but
healing at all.
Oh, it heals.
appreciate it.
Just leave scars.
I try to make my stitches as small as possible.
I'm not complaining. I'm just saying.
It sounded like it.
Oh, you'll know when I complain. Just ask Avery.
Well,
According to Avery, it's all the time.
Oh,
Yeah.
see?
So,
so as you guys are talking and packing up and you begin moving, you find yourself in the twisted route path. There's not much difference in this one than the one you took before. And there's definitely kind of an excitement and thought of where will you guys come out or what portal will you find next.
I think I'm more on edge knowing that it's similar to the one that we walked in before and got jumped by this giant ass worm. So I think I'm probably walking with my sword drawn the whole time we're in this thing.
Well, you definitely feel the air grow still.
I hate this game.
Azara keeps popping her head up and then looking and twitching her ears. It's almost as if she's trying to figure out what's going on. Everything, it even seems your footfalls become quiet. The walls seem uncertain. The bark ripples faintly, almost like disturbed water. There's a low hum. Barely perceptible, but this low hum begins.
Listen, the last time we were...
And then everything stops mid-step. You all freeze. You find your foot hanging in midair, your hand up as you were speaking. It's a flicker, a heartbeat, a fracture of a second, or it feels like an hour. But the path before you splits. You see it not into 2 or 3, or was it 4? No, just 1, but it echoes strangely. You feel that pressure behind your eyes of being watched, and it's familiar yet impossible, and for a moment your weapons feel heavier, whether they're holstered or not. Whether they're sheaths or not, they feel impossibly heavy. And then they feel wrong, like they're not a weight at all. Suddenly your names even feel wrong, almost like they're being overwritten. Chevy, you feel your fingers twitch, and you almost draw a sword that you know you don't even have. It's even on the wrong side. Irnela, you feel your wrist launcher's weight vanish, and it's replaced by something glass and glowing. Sunshine suddenly dims to darkness, and then flares as bright as the sun before returning to normal. You all hear Esteban, and all this happens at the same time. Esteban's voice whispers something in a language that none of you recognize. It doesn't even sound like Wild Song. You see Avery's shadows split into 2, but one of the shadows do not even match her pose. Sivril, though you look at Sunshine, you can see Azara, and you see your reflection in Azara's eye. And your reflection blinks, but you know you didn't. This all passes within a second. And then you're able to move again.
What the fuck was that?
I don't know.
That's exactly what I was thinking.
You know what? Don't dwell on this. Sometimes the past is unstable. Let's focus back into your memory.
What the fuck was that?
I don't know. I don't like it.
I don't either.
Let's
Taking inventory. Like, what's going? Like, who? Like, is everybody around? Is everybody like? Are the cats still around? Is Avery still around? Is Azara still around? Just quickly glancing around, you know, just taking inventory of everything.
Notes.
go ahead and give me a perception.
I don't want to. That would be a 37.
What was that
Okay,
again?
37. There are 3 things you The first two things you notice, Avery and Esteban both fall to the ground. They just kind of crumble. The third thing you notice, it almost feels more disturbing.
Okay.
You find this etching in one of the roots that stick out, one of the larger roots, and it doesn't seem... You know it wasn't there before this odd thing. And it, with your perception being as high as it is, there's almost a gleam to it, but it's carved into the wood.
Okay.
All of you can obviously see Esteban and Avery slumped to the ground.
You said there were three things. Is Esteban and Avery one each?
Esteban,
Okay.
Avery, and
Okay.
the symbol, yes.
I was waiting, I don't know. That
Next.
One. Yeah.
What?
I will point out the etching in the root as I'm moving over to pick Esteban up or pick Avery up off the ground.
Which one?
I'll pick Avery up.
You hear her muttering to herself.
I knew she was crazy.
You can, her eyes are closed, and you hear the roots twist and word, I saw myself become. And she's breathing normally, but she's definitely unconscious.
I'll bring Avery over to Sunshine and lay her down in front of her.
Okay.
If no one else is getting Esteban, I'll go pick him up.
Look over.
There's no way I can pick up Esteban.
I mean, that's fair.
I don't think I
I would
can
have been helping him up
either.
as you were getting Avery.
Okay.
So you're picking up Esteban?
Yeah.
Okay.
At least throwing his arm around me and dragging him over to Sunshine
Okay.
as well.
He kind of almost seems to talk to you, and you hear him kind of, as he's slumped on you, you hear him say, "Why was I singing alone?" And
I'll sing with you, buddy.
he doesn't respond.
Medicine? The fuck?
What have you got?
Natural 20.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's a 39 if you want the total.
Yeah.
All right. This is definitely some kind of coma. They are sleeping. They're fine physically. Mentally, their eyes are rapidly moving as if in a deep sleep and dreaming. And the only time that you've ever heard of anything like this is thread-induced sleep. Someone touching the threads of fate and following along the wrong path, as if they are,
Not supposed to be there.
yes,
Not supposed to be going there. Thread induced, huh?
possibly,
From my favorite person?
possibly, but it's, you've heard of this, and you'd studied this before in the temple, but this is the closest thing you can come up with. It seems odd.
Yeah, but it's still from my favorite person. The thread thing, isn't it?
Well, it seems, well, yes, thread-induced would be
Yes.
from the threads of Encanati's ball, yes. All the different
She
choices
said
that
that, not me.
somebody could make.
While she was looking them over, I would have went over to the etching that Silver had pointed out, seeing if I could make any sense of it.
How would you like to try to make sense of it? Would you like,
Occultism?
I'll take it.
That's a 27.
Well, with a 27, you're looking at it, it's not like any occultism you've ever seen, any religious iconery, but it definitely has things that would create meaning. So what you see etched in the wood, as if somebody had carved it there while you guys paused for a second, it almost looks like an hourglass with an eye above it. A spiral beneath that seems to bleed. I believe, Jinx, do you have that photo for me? That you can show them what they see etched into the wood? Or is Jinx run off on us?
Jinx is indisposed.
Jinx being
You fail.
indisposed, I guess he can't show us what we see here.
He's getting there.
He's got a frog in his throat.
So while Chevy was checking out the ruins, or the etching, the closest thing that I can find to this, or can think of to this, would be a thread-induced sleep. They're fine, but
Can you see that carving there?
Not yet. Of course, Twitch is a little behind where we are. Thread induced, huh?
Interesting. Yeah. That's the closest I can think of it to being.
Like the thread that you were going to stitch me up with?
No,
Oh, okay.
not quite. The deity of time.
I don't know him.
That's okay. We're just going to say that.
Oh, okay.
Deity of time. Not saying his name.
Why not?
I've already told you.
Oh, that was the guy you mentioned the other day. Okay.
I did not say his name. If you mention it, if you say a deity's name, it draws their attention. And you don't want his attention.
It had to do with that duck. Is that duck still here? Where's that duck?
Where's that duck?
The duck isn't here.
That's weird. It's weird how there's a duck and then there's not a duck.
You'll get used to it.
Don't think I will.
Surprisingly, you might.
He says, I don't think so.
But yes, the closest thing I can think of is the thread-induced illness that comes from following the wrong path or touching things that they shouldn't touch.
Oh, that sounds about right for both of them.
That's
Yeah.
true. Especially that one. Esteban, obviously. Touching things that he shouldn't.
Do you think this has anything to do with the Equilibrium Heartwood that Avery had just acquired? We don't know what that does yet, do we?
Sort of. But, I mean, I don't think that it has anything to do with time.
And I mean, we have had it now for like
Over
15,
24
16 hours,
hours.
20. So,
Okay.
What was the etching?
Oh, it's here. It's this hourglass with an eyeball above it and swirly pattern.
Swirling pattern underneath that seems to bleed off of it.
Ring a bell to you at all?
You taking a look at it as well?
Yeah.
Okay. What was your total on occultism?
27.
27. Okay.
doesn't ring a bell to me. Looks
Religion.
like Ouija shit over there.
You would.
It doesn't
Probably
seem
be right.
etched in as so much as burned into the wood.
27. Religion.
Okay. That is not a divine symbol that you've ever seen, but does have some pieces of maybe things that have been in other symbols. I mean, it's got a incomplete Hourglass. The spiraling thread at the bottom. It could be a spiraling thread that's bleeding. It could be just a bleeding spiral, but thread makes more sense to you. It has an all-seeing eye, but as you keep looking, the eye almost looks like the face of a sundial or a clock that's missing hours.
I just kind of walk up behind Sunshine and. So what do we got going on?
With how much this kind of fills you with a sense of dread, you jump at the sound of Cyril's voice behind you. It's a sudden pulling you out of your thoughts on this as you focus on it. Because this, whatever this is, it doesn't make you feel good.
Is it down low or up high? Like, would I have to like crouch?
No, it's pretty much at eye level.
Oh, okay. Apparently, I jumped backwards into you. It's like, sorry. I don't like that.
I can tell, but what is that?
I don't know.
Do we still have the pressure?
No, all gone.
Is it?
Everything's back to normal.
Is it magical?
Is that magical?
Yeah, I can't tell.
Yeah, hold
I
on.
can't do the
Detect
thing.
I'll look.
Yeah. Okay, you got it.
Okay. Cyril's eyes zip over. A light goes across him, and
Sorry, I didn't know you had that spell, Chevy. I know he does.
look around. I mean, the rootstone nexus itself is magical, and this doesn't seem to glow any more than the area around you.
I think this whole place is wacky, and I think this is just part of it. As my eyes kind of flash back to the normal.
Can I go touch the etching?
You can. You go, and you have to kind of reach up.
Well, sure.
Because it's at eye level to most of them. It's above you. You go up and you touch it, and it does have a bit of a warmth, as if it was burned in, but it definitely, just like I told Sunshine as she really looked at it, gives you the sense of dread as you touch it.
Huh.
Well, that didn't feel good.
I wonder if it was some kind of runic trap or something.
Who knows?
Maybe we should pick up our friends and move along.
Sure. If you think that's what's best, I'll throw. I'll throw Esteban over my shoulder. He's probably heavier than Avery is, and
I'll take Avery.
All right.
It's fine.
So you
Unless
guys-
El Gato or
oh yeah, throw him on the
any of
cats.
our workhorses want to take a
Is
Well-
is
take a stab here.
Is Azara
is Azara?
big enough
conked
to carry?
out?
No, she's not conked out.
Oh yeah,
Is she
Azara
big
can
enough
carry
to
Avery,
carry
and
Avery?
we'll put Esteban on a cat.
Avery's pretty slight, and she's
Yeah.
you lay her along the back of Azara, and she's actually a little longer than Avery is.
I believe it.
So
Okay. What about El Gato? Could we put Esteban on El Gato?
he's kind of keeps going over behind Irnela
Yeah.
as you come toward him.
Zila.
Zila.
Zila will carry Esteban.
As long as somebody will.
Yeah.
I don't want to carry.
I would rather you two have your hands free.
Yeah.
Yep.
In case.
I mean, that's fair.
Yep. I mean, I'll drop Esteban if I have to.
Right on his head.
I'm sure it's
been
not the
done
first time.
before.
Better him forget us than us forget him.
Okay. I'll start working on another vest. I got a bunch of names on the inside, I guess.
We can just give him your vest.
Yeah.
Yeah. Here, which name would you like?
Yeah, just rip one off.
No, don't do that. He would say all of them at once.
And that would be his new name.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Be unsufferable.
All the names.
Yeah.
No.
All right, so we strap them on their respective rides, and we move forward.
All right. So you guys are strapping them on, and getting ready to head out.
Yep.
Making makeshift saddle bag type contraptions to keep them from sliding off.
Yep.
Yep.
I mean, you could, yeah, like if there's a saddle already or some kind of thing, you could set them and kind of hook them in the saddle and like lean them over and then just kind of like rope them onto it. You know. Like all those drunk cowboys.
I think there was a movie just about this.
I'm
where
sure,
we
I'm sure there
took
is.
our passed out friend to
I remember turning around not long afterwards and seeing Esteban with his head dragging the ground.
Yeah,
and we had
clearly.
to fix it. Yeah.
I don't know what skill involves tying knots, but I bet I don't have it.
I was a sailor.
I was going to say, that seems like
I can tie a good knot.
Chevy.
Yeah, our sailor.
Taking care of dear old dad.
Sailor taking care of dear old dad, huh?
Yeah, that's it.
All right. Whew, okay. So with the Displacer Beast and Fiery Leopard laden with bodies, sleeping people, you do hear them mutter here and there. And that's
I'm
about it.
I'm gonna keep Zila next to me since I've been trying to work with her and get her.
I mean, she's taking on a burden of weight, so that's definitely a good indication that you working with her and helping her training. She's definitely
Trust you enough to carry.
mm-hmm.
Totally getting treats later.
Okay.
Okay, they're all gonna get treats, but that's not here nor there.
All right. So you guys continue on. And you guys find yourselves walking through this rootstone nexus, and it's not really any different than before. It just seems, I mean, it's quiet, and here and there you'll see some kind of creature poke its head through the tangle of roots and branches that make up the tunnel. But
Sure.
it seems ultimately fairly quiet. So, when everything goes quiet again, everybody feels that, you know, you almost create your own tension at that point. There's no pressure behind your eyes, there's no oddity, but everything seems to go silent again. I would like some perceptions.
I would like to go home, please. These places freak me out. Not really, but
33.
Sorry, the asshole in me had a comment to that several, but I'm gonna just be quiet.
30.
someone wants to fight today.
Wow.
All right. We had a 30,
I have a 28.
28,
I got
33.
a 26.
26. Okay. As you guys are moving along and everything feels quiet, you suddenly can see almost as if, you know, you have a branch that twists over another, and where there would be the shadow, it almost, you would see them slightly deepen, and then it goes back to normal. You see another one over here to the left slightly deepen, and then back to normal. Almost as if there's shadow moving in between the branches and the leaves and the dirt around you. Something moving along with you guys.
Everybody see this?
Uh-huh.
Yes, you all saw it.
I walk over with my sword and I just stick the blade through the, between the,
You go over, as you're heading over, you see it slip away and disappear before you get close enough. And then that will be initiative.
what a bitch.
Nice.
There it is. I need my board.
I need my board to record.
My board that for some
My
reason says sack.
initiative.
All right. Anyway. What'd you say?
Nothing.
Mm-hmm.
He said, where's your home?
All right.
I said, where's your home?
It's in flames.
I think, well, okay.
And to do that one. Is that it? Oh, where'd it go? Oh, there it is.
I'll ask about your god.
He still has a heart.
Does he? Just in someone else's hands, right?
All right. 35.
I have a 35.
35 as well.
36.
36.
Well, goddamn.
Look, let me roll.
Sunshine,
good
are
for
you even
once.
playing this game?
Who's going first, guys?
Well, she's
Who's the faster one?
36.
No. Out of you two.
Oh,
He probably has a dex of 4.
I do have a dex of 4.
He's going before me.
Okay, so Chevy and Cyril.
I have a 25.
You have a 25. Okay.
What'd you roll? A D4 for your initiative?
Sunshine's at a 25. All right.
I can almost get a 25 with a D4.
Fuck you.
All right.
there with
So
the
Cyril
D6.
had kind of walked over here looking at the edge. We got Chevy out here.
Yeah, I can get there with
Listen,
a D6 for
I
sure.
could get there with a D10, okay?
Get
I
out
rolled
the-
9.
Here, Nayla.
Fuck you.
And Sunshine here. All right. So you guys all kind of pause for a moment as you went over and you kind of tried to slice your sword into there, and everything kind of receded away.
I can't
And-
see your Nayla.
I'm a little tiny thing behind your skirts.
She's right where she would be when you draw your sword.
Yeah,
So
right-
don't bang her in the head.
Oh, I already
Right
have
where
it
she
on.
needs to be.
Oh, okay.
After we ran into after everything went silent, that whole,
Yeah.
totally did that.
Yep.
As you see the thing retreat and you all kind of prepare for something to maybe pop out, that is when they do. And
Yeah, I'm
these
sure they do.
slide out of either side of you and through the floor and the wall and come in to either side of Cyril.
Yeah,
But
I hate that.
Nayla, you will be starting
Yep.
the initiative.
I'm going to, shoot at them.
Go ahead.
I'm a one-trick pony over here. Ooh. Oh, well, 27.
All right, 27 is going to hit.
Nice. All right.
Pardon me.
Ten points of damage.
All right.
And then I'm going to look at my other wrist, and is my wrist launcher actually glass and no longer a functional?
Nope, it is functional. Everything
Oh,
seems
okay.
to be normal.
Great.
After that moment.
Then I will shoot again. That's 25.
That will
The
hit. Chevy on deck.
3 points of damage.
All right.
That one makes a lot more noise than it does damage. For sure. Always.
Okay. I do need you to roll me a flat check.
Woohoo, a 4.
Okay. And one more, please.
Ooh, again, a 4.
Okay. So as you shoot and you know you've hit it, and it's almost as if it goes through the shadow
Oh, lovely.
and into nothing. So as you shoot at it, which one did you shoot at? The one in front of Cyril or behind him?
Behind him.
Okay, so you see the wall on the other side of it just as your weapons impact behind. And your third action.
I didn't like you. Didn't like that at all. I think I'll move to the other side of Chevy.
Okay.
solid strategy.
Yeah,
So behind Chevy here.
that works.
Okay.
All right.
Moving back there.
Look, I mean, I could walk underneath them based on these
Models?
models.
All right, Chevy. That brings
Your
us
new
to you.
model's coming.
Yeah, but
I,
your guy's like 9 foot tall.
Yeah.
Poor Sunshine looks like
doing
she's
a
4 foot.
different spell this time. Slashing gust.
do you.
So
I know.
You see my both hands kind of swirl air around them, and I fling them both out. It's attacking both of them
Hey.
Okay.
at the same time. So no multi-attack.
What kind of attack? What kind of
Damage.
damage does this do?
This does air damage. Deals 64 slashing damage.
Okay.
All right. So first one is not going to do it. That is a 18.
18 does not hit.
And the second one is not much better. 20.
20 does not do it either.
With my last action, I will just raise my dueling cape.
Those were
Okay.
pretty cool.
Yeah, that was pretty
It
cool
looked
attack.
cool, but it just didn't
Yeah.
quite hit. These
Yeah.
things seem to just be made of shadow and very elusive. So that brings us to several.
Great.
You are flanked either side of you.
So the one that's in front of me, when I rolled initiative, he appears. I get a free demoralize on him.
Okay. go for it.
That's a 34 against his will.
Right. And let me double check here. All right. That will do it.
Great. I'm going to use snagging strike. That's a 34 to hit him.
That will hit. Give me a flat check.
Great, love that for me. Flat check, you say? That's a 19.
Okay.
That's the wrong dice. And then he takes 24 slashing damage and 6 spirit damage.
Ooh, so a total of 30.
And he is now off guard and frightened. And I'm going to use Shattered Defenses.
All right. So you deal spirit damage.
I do.
Yes. Okay. Right.
That is a 31 to hit.
That will hit.
Okay. That's 22 points of slashing damage and 6 more spirit damage.
All right.
If that guy is still up, he cannot decrease his frightened or his off guard until the start of my next turn. So it does not decrease on his turn like normal.
Okay. How much damage total was that?
21 slashing and 6 spirit.
Okay. And spirit's neither positive nor negative, correct?
Correct.
Okay. Need that flat check, please?
Of course. That's 12.
Okay. All right. Both of your hits
So
connect.
are these, what's the flat check for? Because they're kind of like in and out of existence.
It's the movement of the shadow, and they seem to blend in with the background and such, and you're able to discern, and you're able to actually hit. It seems like
Gotcha.
her shots did not penetrate into them; it just seemed to go through,
Gotcha.
almost as if they are displaced like the displacer beast, but it's not quite the same. They aren't phasing in and out.
I have blind fight, so whatever that check is, if it's not 5, it lowers it to 5.
Okay,
If
it's
it-
already 5.
okay, yeah.
And it's not a, like I said, it's not an in and out of existence thing.
Yep.
It's you're trying to hit a shadow.
Sure, that's fair.
So it's not quite the same, but yeah, it's definitely having some. You guys are having a little difficulty. So you slash into it, and you see this black ichor just kind of float
Yep.
for a moment in the air where you've slashed and drops to the
Love it.
ground like black blood. And
My last
then,
action, I'll use Dueling Parry and raise my
There
AC.
we go. And your last action up, it is their turn. So the first one,
Damn.
the one that you actually hit.
I told you.
Bring it up the rear.
Okay.
Usually. Well, somewhere in the middle, but details.
All right. It is going for an attack. That is a 30 on you.
That'll hit.
Okay. All right, you're going to take 21 points of damage. However, the 1 point is temporal damage.
What the fuck is temporal damage? I know it sounds like time, but fuck that.
Yeah. I need you to make a fortitude save, please.
21, you say? Let me get the damage first. 21, right?
Took 21.
Gotcha. Fortitude save? Mm-hmm. No, fuck your fortitude save. I don't want that.
Fortitude.
That would be a 31.
Okay. All right. So you are good on that?
Did I make it?
Yes.
Is this regular success?
Yes.
Okay, so it doesn't. I have the ability, so if I make a fortitude save, it makes it a critical success. So I don't know if there's an effect or not. If I get a critical success against whatever that was. And Battle Hardened says. Yeah, Battle Hardened says I get. When I roll a fortitude save and I get a success, it makes it a critical success instead. So, just FYI.
Okay, so you will remove 1 point of damage as you remove 1 point of your temporal damage with that critical success.
I love that for me.
All right, so its second action, it is also going to try to bite again. And its second one is a 26.
No.
All right.
No, that is incorrect.
It seems that all it wants to do is try to bite, and it misses as it tries to snap at you again. The jaws of this thing, it almost looks like some kind of hound, but then when it opens its mouth, it's got a lamprey look to it. And as it bit onto you, you felt it try to latch in the hooks of its teeth that actually hook backwards. And it almost seemed to want to grab onto you. And when you felt it deal that temporal damage, it almost felt like it leached something from you for a moment before letting go. And the one in front of you will try as well. Natural 20.
That thing's
that
a bitch.
One will hit. I need another fortitude save.
That is 37.
37 is also a critical success. You did take 1 point of temporal, but you feel it reverse as this thing kind of suctions onto you, and the rest of the damage is another 15 points of piercing. So
on a crit?
Oh, sorry.
I'm keeping you honest.
Thank you.
So 30?
That would be 30 points of piercing, and technically you will keep 1 point of temporal damage.
Gotcha.
So it's total of 31.
I don't like this. I'm not a fan.
I mean, I'm not a fan either, okay? So,
No, you keep putting yourself in its mouth.
Does a... Let's see here. Where is it?
Maybe.
Wow.
Shoo.
Okay. So I don't think an athletics of 24 is going to hit your... now my brain is all over the place. Fortitude DC of... I just said the number.
24?
24?
No.
Okay. All right, so it does not keep a hold of you. So then it...
So you're saying it spit me out?
It did spit you.
It only took 53 minutes to fluster the DM. So.
Right.
Oh, God, sometimes. All right. And it misses its last attack. Its mouth being all lampreyed. And the next thing that happens is not sunshine.
You son of a bitch.
Not sunshine.
Nope, the next thing that happens is not sunshine. You guys see coming up through the floor. One here, right beside your Neela, and
What the heck is that?
you see just a bunch of shadow. You see skulls and such within it. You see
I
body
like it.
parts. You see all kinds of stuff.
No,
This
thank
one
you.
comes up behind sunshine. All right. So,
Is it my turn yet?
Go
That
away,
is-
please.
Go away, please.
That is one action for them. Their next action is that not the right one, is it? Yes, it is. Okay.
No, it's
Looking
not.
for
If
it.
it
It's
makes
definitely
it
not the right
easier
one.
on us, it's not the right one.
Yeah, go away, please.
For this one here on Sunshine, in a 30-foot cone, it's actually going to use its second and third action. I need a reflex save from Sunshine and Several.
I have a 33.
Okay. Sunshine?
I rolled a 1.
Oh, critical fail. So, this dusty looking cloud emits from it in a 30-foot cone, running into the wall and into the other creatures who seem to kind of ignore it. You start coughing and you feel this
God damn
weird effect of almost like your throat is closing, as if you're falling unconscious and you almost fall to your knees and have to catch yourself. But you will lose your next turn entirely.
Oh my god.
I don't get to go at all. Got it.
Although the other, if you just failed, target drops to initiative count 0 next round, but that really wouldn't have mattered because you're at the end of the round anyway.
Yep.
But you critically failed, so you lose your next turn entirely as you're trying to get this dust of delay out of your eyes. This stuff is just covering everything within that 30-foot cone. And that one's turn is done.
Oh, Laura clipped something. I wonder what that was.
Oh no, what did she clip?
This says Sunroll flusters the seer.
Sorry, that's why I'm laughing. It's okay, it's not my turn anyways.
Yeah, you get
The
a whole
other
turn to
one.
figure it out.
The other one, you see
I
the
can't
shadow
do-
become this big scythe, and it takes a swing down at you,
So,
Chevy.
like, I can't do anything at all?
Nothing. 23.
Not
23
even
misses.
mind related?
You may do a reaction. You might get a reaction. That would be it.
23 misses.
All right. So
Common
it
knowledge.
misses you with that hand scythe, the dust scythe that it's coming down at you with, and it misses for the second time. That will finish their turn, and it goes to Sunshine's Mister, and then back to the top of the order. You're Nayla.
I just
You are.
want to recall knowledge, damn it.
I just want to cast.
Shut the fuck up.
All right, I'm going to use 2 turns to do paired shots,
Okay.
which means I'm taking both weapons and shooting them at the same time at the same creature.
Okay. Who would you
So-
like to shoot?
Let's go for the creature standing kind of in front of Chevy next to Cyril. That's what it looks like from this angle, at least.
This one here?
That one there. Yep.
All right.
Okay.
Yeah, there's a big one right in front of you and Chevy, but
Okay. Well, my actual gun is a natural 20,
okay. Nice.
and the wrist launcher is a 4 for a dirty 20.
Dirty 20 will not hit, but natural 20 will.
Perfect.
Natural 20 does also get rid of the need for the flat check as well.
$21 points of damage.
All right. 21 on that one. Loud reverberating shot as both of them fire simultaneously, and you see this you splatter the side of the walls and all the roots over there with this black ichor that comes out of it. It is still standing though.
So it actually looks like it did take damage.
It
this
definitely
time.
took damage
Okay,
this time.
Perfect.
Was that your critical damage? Did you double it?
I did double it. Yep.
Okay.
Yep. Okay, so I'm going to try. Well, Is it reasonable to assume that the shadow monster there in my face has a long reach, and if I moved a little bit, I wouldn't get smacked?
I mean, it seems to be having formed part of its body into this long scythe, so it would be reasonable to assume that it might have some reach.
Okay,
But you're not sure.
that's fine. I just want to move like 5 feet towards sunshine.
See, 5 feet. A 5 feet movement wouldn't provoke it anyway.
Oh, fine. Well, learned something new today.
So 5 feet towards sunshine, so
Yep.
kind of behind
Yep.
Chevy.
I love it.
All right, so you get behind Chevy and you realize there's one in front of sunshine now, right
Great,
there too.
yep.
So, all right.
It's
so
a party.
That's your last action, correct?
Yep.
All right.
That's it.
That brings us to Chevy.
All right. Well, given that Ernela just moved in my path, I'm going to tumble through diagonally this way so that I can
Sorry.
be in line with the shadow monster and the shadow wolf creature.
Okay,
in a
so you
straight
want to
line. I
tumble
want to
so
tumble
that
through.
you're here.
Yep. Put them in a straight line.
All
so I'll
right.
tumble through. Here's my acrobatics. That is a
Looked like a really
32.
good roll. Yeah, that'll do it.
Okay.
I
That
was
gives me
standing up
panache,
to
but I'm not
move
going
him,
to
and I
use
could
it.
see that there was something teens over there.
Right?
I'm then going to use Stormcaller's Surge, so you see my Celestial Resonance rock start glowing this blue electricity as I kind of grab a hold of it, and then you see lightning kind of charge up my sword, and then I launch it out in a straight line
Right.
through the shadow creature and the shadow wolf over there.
How do you good?
They both need to give me a basic reflex save.
Okay, so the big shadow creature in front of you is going to get a reflex. That's a 29.
29 succeeds.
Okay, and the other one, 22.
22 fails.
Okay.
So that is 5d12 halved for the big guy. Oh, that's good. That's 12. Oh, no, it's not. It's 2 ones there. It's 27 points of electricity damage total, so halved for the big guy.
So half 27, so 13 for him.
Sure. And that's all I can do.
And that's the one over there. Okay, so 27 for that one. All right. You see electricity arcing through the shadowy body of the creature that's on this side of you, Several, as you now started kind of looking back and forth and trying to make sure your back's not to either one.
Sure.
And the large creature, you can see this kind of hole where it went through, but you see it close up, just the shadow moving around, almost like smoke. And that brings us to Several.
So the one that is still off guard and still frightened, that's the one I'm hacking into here.
The one that was behind you.
Yep. Yes, I think I'll do that. I will reach over and run my hand along the length of my blade, activating some bright green colored runes that shine in it, and I will use Sure Strike out of my blade.
All right.
That allows me to roll 2 d20s and take the highest for my attack roll. Haha. First one was a 5. Second one was a 16. So that would be a 38.
That is a crit.
Great. So he takes 28 slashing damage and 12 spirit.
All right, Several, end that one.
So as I run the hand across the blade, you just see that kind of green energy from the runes just kind of travel down the blade, kind of flashing through the crystal in a moment. And it's almost like you watch Cyril's eyes kind of play out 2 quick, like, futures in the moment, and he sees, oh, I need to kind of shifts momentarily to the right and then swipes. And as the shadow creature is kind of like drifting in and out of whatever it is, it just kind of coalesces around the blade as I'm sliding through it, and then the thing lets out like a as it just kind of wisps away. And then I will just turn and look at the other one. And I will take a move action. A stride is my second action. And you're on the ground, or are you standing?
She's standing. She's just.
I'm still standing.
I will take a move action and come around the back of the thing that is on Sunshine.
Yeah, 40 foot of movement.
I sure
correct?
do.
Okay. Yeah, you can come right here. There you go.
Great.
So that you're flanking with Sunshine?
Uh-huh.
All right.
And then I will raise my AC by 2. Use dueling parry.
Is the spell a free action off the sword or an action?
You know what? I don't know. Hold on. You're absolutely correct. It is an action.
Okay.
So I will not raise my AC
You
by
can
2.
move, but not
There
raise
it
your
is.
AC. All
No,
right.
go away.
I was just checking. I didn't
No,
know if
you're-
it was a
you're
free
good.
action. I
You're
think
good.
it might become one later, perhaps. I'm not
Spoilers,
sure.
damn.
Not sure when you
Maybe.
gain levels if it does or not. I don't remember all the icon's powers. I have to go look. All right, so that's Cyril's turn. We are moving on to the next one. I actually did these guys in reverse last time. So it's actually supposed to be the big ones first. Big ones should have popped out of the floor before the little ones. All right. So the first
Don't worry, they'll kill us all the same.
We'll kill them all the same.
the one right there in front of Sunshine that was messing with her, it is going to that scythe appears and it's going to attack with that. That is a 38.
That is
To who? Her? What
crit.
the fuck?
All right, 38. That's crit.
First you dropped to 0 in initiative, now you dropped to 0 in HP.
All in the same turn.
There's
Fuck.
a chance before I've even done anything.
That is only a total of 10 points of slashing and 4 points of force damage as you are struck with the scythe that seems to kind of form out of its own shadow and just moves. There's no arms holding it, but the end of the scythe does still attach to the rest of the shadow as it smacks into you for that. The second and third action, let's see. Second and third action, it's going to turn slightly and put the cone this direction. I need Irnela and Chevy to make a reflex save.
Back.
36.
23.
All right, with a 36, you have critically succeeded. And so you have no issues. And you're nailed, but not critically failed. Your initiative count drops to 0 for the next turn.
The hell.
But only for one turn. So, it's its turn. The other one is going to swipe at Chevy here.
Blah.
That is a 26.
I will flashy dodge to avoid that.
All right. And then its second action, it will go with that.
That's part of that flashy dodge. No, I'll just stay where I am.
All right. 24.
24 misses.
All right. And then its next action is going to be to move. It's going to move over here.
What the fuck?
Why are you running? Get back here.
I didn't tell you could move.
All right. That's its turn, and now the little one is going to come running over toward Chevy.
That's right.
Here, boy.
It runs over there, and you see that weird lamprey looking mouth open up. It looks like a normal dog's mouth, and then when it opens, it forms a circle with these hooked teeth that hook back toward the inside of its mouth, and it reaches out towards you.
Sounds like nightmare fuel.
It's kind of disgusting looking, and that is going to be a 30 to hit,
That hits.
and you will take... That's 9 points of piercing and 2 temporal damage. I need a fortitude save from you.
Yeah, that's not great. That's 22.
All right. Chevy, you are slowed for 1 round.
Slowed 1,
You are slowed 1.
which means you only get 2 actions next round. Oh, shit.
Where's the button?
I don't know where the button is. All right, so that was 2 actions for it. And as 1 action, you see it's... As it bit into you, it kind of keeps those hooks in you for just a moment, and you feel it suction like a leech. And suddenly you see the holes that were blown in it slightly heal because it pulls. You can remove 1 of those temporal damages.
Okay.
Because it heals itself. All right. That is its turn. So we are at Sunshine. She missed her turn last time, but she is back now.
Ah! Okay. What the fuck are these big ass things?
You want the big ones? All right.
Yes.
Go for it.
What do you want?
That is going to be... I mean, I could take Occult, Arcana,
Sunshine has joined the battle.
Occult or
Arcana?
Arcana?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, those are the same. Fuck, 32. Sorry.
Puck 32, huh?
Yes.
Okay, 32. Let's see. 32, we'll get that. All right. So, first off, you want to know what it is, right?
Yes, I do.
Okay, so the large ones are hourglass reavers. Those things are kind of like the concept of a grim reaper, but they deal with time. They usually come after and attack things that have been touched by time. Chronomancers, people that use time magic. They're kind of attracted to them in a way. That's just kind of the known things about them.
No
But
weaknesses or anything like that nature?
do they have weaknesses? Their weaknesses, they are kind of a construct, kind of an aberration type thing. So they don't have a lot of weaknesses, but they are immune to a lot of things. I can give you that. How about that? I will give you, they're immune to bleed, poison, disease, mental, and death effects.
Okay. Noted. I am going to use my next action to do a solar infusion.
Okay.
It will raise my AC by 2. And
Okay.
my third action, I'm going to hit the one in front of me with my sword.
All right, so you're...
The one
going to
between me
get
and
it.
several.
All right, what does the solar infusion look like?
It's kind of weird because we're in a tunnel and there's no real light source except for, well, myself. But it's pulling the the power of the sun down into me, so it would, wherever you would think that the sun would be.
Her ass has a ray of light coming down through a tunnel.
Yes.
I love it.
There's a ray of light that just comes down and it looks,
Well, since the only thing that has the power of the sun near you is the glistening sun spirit, it seems to come from out of you and then back to you, I guess, today.
forms a, like a sheer armor.
A shimmering, sheer sun armor.
Yeah.
All right.
Over the body.
Yeah.
It's a sunshine armor. All right.
Love that.
What the fuck is that? I probably am not going to hit with this.
Okay. What'd you get?
A 15.
That will not hit.
Even if it's off guard.
Maybe off guard 5 times.
Shut up. You're not being very...
So don't say
supportive.
I'm not being supportive. Where am I standing?
I know, right?
Not beside me?
I'm making him off guard so you can potentially hit him.
Up its ass.
Just saying.
That's
Notice
it.
that.
I raised my AC.
All right.
And what the
Tried
fuck
to-
is this? Raised my AC and tried to hit it.
All right, so that is Sunshine. So we are at the top of the order. And your Nayla, unfortunately, is at a 0, so she is not going at the top, so we are at Chevy.
Alright, with since I'm
Free
slow, I
fall.
only get 2 actions. So with my first action, I'm going to look at the group and say, "Hey guys," and I kind of wink at several and I say, "We got this," as I cast Courageous Anthem.
Hey.
All
So
right.
everybody gets a +1 to attack, damage, and
backup
saves
bard.
against fear. With my remaining action, since I gained panache with my flashy dodge, I'll use that to do my confident finisher on the dog in front of me here.
All right.
So that's a natural 20.
Oh, there you go.
That's a flashy finish.
So
you go.
that's 12d6 damage. This is the dice that we love to hear. Yep.
Yes. We do love dice.
Oh boy.
Those are some good dice.
That's definitely some good dice. I can see
Yeah.
a lot of them from here. Holy cow.
32.
It takes a long time to count 12
There were a
d6.
lot of 5s in there.
No, I'm good. Keep going. Keep going
Yes,
with the
keep 'em-
5s.
keep 'em coming.
51.
51.
It is a magical blade,
Hang
so
on.
51 points of piercing damage with my magical blade as I kind of twirl it in the air and just stab it through its face.
Did you remember yourself?
I did remember myself.
Did you-
Plus
is
one.
the-
I didn't double the +1 though, so that was 52.
Okay,
so.
I was about to say, did you already double the dice? Okay. 52. All
Oh,
right.
and then it's a
Remember
+6. I didn't double the +6, so that'd be 58 then, because you add another 6. So 58 points of.
Add another 6?
Yes.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
Holy cow, so 58 points
Yeah.
of damage to this thing.
that-
That is
Fuck your
quite a
face.
bit.
All that sword work in my dreams helped you.
Yep.
All right. It takes quite the blow, and you hear that hissing sound of, and you see all this splatter of black ichor kind of go across the floor, but it does seem to still be up. It's definitely limping. It seems to have lost one of the shadowy limbs.
Teach you to come over
But
and bite me.
it definitely is
Jackass.
taking quite the hit.
Like a chihuahua.
Yeah.
Yep.
Get off my ankle.
I'm gonna have to put you down.
Hey, chihuahuas aren't all bad. I knew one that would
And that
sing.
slowed only lasted till the end of my turn, correct?
You were slowed for 1 round.
For just 1 round. Okay.
Yes,
And
I
that's my turn?
believe that's what it is.
So
Yes.
next round you will be
All
normal.
right. And
Whatever normal is.
so after Chevy, that would bring us to Several.
I tried.
I'm gonna go be supportive.
Okay.
I'm gonna leave my tactical flanking position to go be supportive.
You're going to leave your position right there and move to go stand beside
Sunshine.
Sunshine.
No.
Okay.
I'm going to be
Stop
supportive.
it.
Here I am.
Alright.
Stop it.
Are you going to be right beside her, or
Yeah, I'll be right beside her.
right beside her here, or
Yeah, right beside her
the-
there so she can't get attacked by both of them. Like,
Okay.
you know, so I'll be right beside her over there.
Well, I mean,
way we
they,
can
they
get
are kind of flanking her with their reach.
I don't
but
care. I'm being
That
supportive.
way we can be
Okay. First action.
attacked together.
Second action.
How
I was
cute.
joking.
Yeah, well, here we are.
Cyril does not joke. He just takes it as fact. All
Right.
right.
I wish
so-
you would just take it.
Snagging strike on the first one. Merry Christmas.
Okay, putting my cup down. I almost spewed what's in my cup everywhere.
That's not what I meant.
31 to hit.
Totally what you
31
meant.
will hit.
Did you have your +1?
32 to hit.
Is that a crit? Is 32 a crit?
32 does hit as well.
Oh,
No,
darn.
on the Hourglass Reavers, it is not.
Don't forget your
We
backup
thought
bard.
with a
I
sleeping
know, right?
Esteban, none of this would happen.
Does Esteban's hat still work for us while he's asleep?
It
over
is
there?
not working
Oh.
while he's
20,
asleep.
20 slashing damage.
Did you have your +1?
And I did. And
He's making sure, man.
yeah, and 3 spirit damage. 4 if you add my +1 to that.
Right. Well, it goes on to your damage period. So 3. You said 3 spirit damage.
That's a hell of a period. Yeah. Damage period.
Well, it goes on to each attack.
yeah.
Essentially, it goes on each damage from each attack.
Yep. So he is now off guard.
Okay.
Yep, I love that for us.
All right. So 33 points damage to that one. And
So yep, I moved. I
You attacked.
strike, and I'm gonna raise my AC.
all right, and you raise your AC with
Dueling parry.
dueling parry.
And
What
so
is your
I
dueling parry?
enter.
look like?
Damn, slow down. I'm getting ready to tell you.
Yeah, let us breathe.
Damn. So
I
several
was trying to.
several flips
take a drink.
flips the blade around.
Fine.
And you know, if you've been with us for a long time, he fights kind of in this elven kind of dance style, or at least he looks like he's dancing. And so as he whips this blade around, his other hand kind of comes out in this like forward posture to like keep this guy at arm's length away. And you know, when I use snagging strike, I generally fight in that posture anyway, and I kind of shove them to get them to kind of be off guard. But he just kind of like goes up on his toes, like he's ready to move and he's ready to defend himself.
All right.
Also, being supportive to Sunshine.
Yes, you are.
I know.
He's such a good boyfriend.
Letting you know you're number 1.
All right. So it is the Hourglass Reaper's turn.
Damn it, Laura!
What'd you say? I missed it. What we got?
I wish he would just take it.
Oh yes, flipped. Perfect. Oh man.
The hits keep coming.
That's 2 and 30
It's all
minutes.
been Sunday today. All right. Yeah, I had to put my cup down, Evil. It was horrible. It was horrible. All right, so that brings us to their turn. All right. All right, so it is going to, let's see. We're gonna go after the one right here by you guys is going to go after Sunshine. We're gonna smack her with the scythe. That is a 31.
Well, no shit.
Is it a crit?
No.
Okay.
I raised my AC, and, well, frankly, I'm not a 21 to hit.
Take her as some kind of chump change,
Yeah.
She's so much stronger.
right?
So you have a total of 26 points of damage. 3 of that is force, and the rest is slashing as it cuts into you. And as its reaction, it has damaged a creature that has not yet gone in the initiative. It will gain a +1 to its AC until the start of its next turn. All right.
We're gonna need you to roll better next time.
Yeah, when you roll a new character, you roll better.
Oh, 2 things I did forget to tell you about its immunities. It is immune to slow, haste, or any time-based effects as well.
What?
All right.
No.
Its second action, it's going to smack into you again. That is a total of, would have been a 34 minus the 5, 29.
I'm sorry, what?
29.
To hit? Mm-hmm. Okay, yeah.
I'll say that's my AC, and that's with it raised. So you're wrecking her face. I get it.
But my AC raised is only 3.
Okay, you take 19 slashing and 5 points of force damage.
add it all together because it doesn't make a difference.
24. You will take 24 points of damage total. And then...
How you looking over there?
Not good.
See.
Like shit.
Time for sunset.
Yes. Yes.
It is
it
going
dusk
to
now?
move right here.
I'll take my
Esteban's
reactive
gonna have
strike.
to move.
Go ahead and take your reactive strike.
Fuck yeah, I am. That is so close. That's a 25.
And that will miss.
What a bitch.
That will miss it. All right.
It is off guard from my snagging
and
strike.
And it did raise its AC by
One.
so
You
that
son
will
of
miss.
a bitch.
It would have been a 25 with the off guard. However, its +1 puts it at a 26.
What a bitch.
So,
What a bitch.
all right, so that's its turn. The other one, it's gonna stay right where it's at. Well, no, it's not gonna stay right where it's at. Surprisingly, they don't have reach. It's gonna move over here to Irnela.
Great.
And that is a 34 to hit.
Oh, maybe.
Sorry. I had
That is sideways.
Evil put his coffee cup down.
That is
What did you say it was to hit?
35.
So just
that was
barely
a
hit you.
34 to hit.
34.
Okay.
Okay. Not a crit.
Not a crit.
Okay, so now I have to remath because I had it there. That is 24 plus 5. That is a 29 points of damage. 5 of that being force. And it is, as a reaction, stolen seconds. It's going to gain a +1 to its AC since you have not yet gone in this initiative order. All right.
Thought I was the only one that hasn't gone into the
Well,
initiative
she got
order.
dropped to a
I
0.
got dropped to a 0.
Oh, I go before you.
Barely.
Sorry.
Barely. She has no initiative score, and you're happy that you go before.
And then a 28 to hit.
That also hits.
All right, it's gonna do. It'll take another. You'll take another 24 points of damage.
yes.
Two of that being force, the rest slashing.
Dang.
All right, that's its turn, and now the one that is over there by Chevy. It's not looking good at all, but it's not happy about being hurt, so it's gonna attack you. That is way cocked, and that is a natural 1.
Cool.
Natural 1. Suck it.
It falls prone. It just kind of topples over. It slides into the ground partially, the shadow just kind of going in, and it has to right itself with its next action. And its third action, it will come at you one more time.
Okay.
Knowing that you have temporal damage on you. That is a 31 minus 5, 26.
Flashy dodge.
All right.
I'll use 10 feet of movement to get around. I want to be on the opposite side of it, between me and the rock, or between it and the rock.
So you want to be here? You want to be here?
Between it and the rock, yeah, if I can squeeze
Not
between.
quite, but you can
Okay,
get right here
yeah.
or here.
Just kind of want to be in a line between the two big guys. I want him to be
So
behind
here?
me and the two big guys to be, yeah.
Okay.
There we go.
All right. All right, that takes that turn. Sunshine, it is your turn.
You have one job.
Shut the fuck up. Okay. I'm going to move behind the one that I'm next to. And then I am going to cast.
Move behind this one.
No.
This one.
Yes.
Okay.
No line.
You're
Not
gonna.
in a line.
You want to be over here?
Sorry.
You want to put them in a line?
I sure do.
Okay, you can put them in this line. He's got them in this line. It's a little different. You guys are
It's a
good.
little different. That's good. Fine. Fantastic. I'm casting Radiant Beam.
Okay. Go for it.
A beam of blinding light shoots out from my hands, and you have to make a reflex save.
All right, reflex save for these
It
guys.
is a basic reflex save, 120
It'd be
foot
cool if we went at
line.
the same time and I did a lightning bolt and you did
That's so
great.
weird.
It's just like Kamehameha wave.
All right. So 29 for the first one, and 29 for the second one.
Okay, well, they will
Take half.
take half.
So rolling damage. Irnela, you are on deck because your initiative got dropped to 0 for this round, so you'll be on deck and then you'll go.
I was gonna say I get to go twice.
Yeah, you
in a
do.
row.
5. And then because I raised my armor, I do another 2d6.
That sounds lovely.
You didn't even take any of my dice. And I'm sitting
Don't
right
forget your
here.
+1
I didn't need it. I didn't need your dice.
from Bard Light. Don't forget your +1.
Back up, Bard. It's back up, Bard.
Just call you Bub.
Yeah.
Remix.
What's up, bub?
Let's see.
Did you call me
They
Blob?
are gonna take. Does it matter what kind of damage it is?
It does.
Okay. They're gonna take. Sorry, 20. Sorry. bleh. 15 good damage. And 9 radiant damage.
Okay. All right, and is that halved yet?
No.
Okay.
So it's 24 halved.
If the light passes through a area of magical darkness or targets a creature affected by magical darkness, radiant beam attempts to counteract the darkness.
Cast magic missile to darkness.
No, I gotta light that shit up.
Are there any girls there? 'Cause I want to do them.
All right.
No, I'm gonna light them up.
You definitely light them up. They take some damage, and you've hit both of them there. You can see the searing hole where it's gone through each of them. A little bit off from the angle that you were going to go for. And that is Sunshine's turn. I take it.
Swings by his feather.
Yeah, it goes right at this
Singeing my
angle. It
feather.
goes right through here. Yours is kind of angled more out this way. But yeah, she gets through both of them and manages to not hit anybody. And that brings us to
Good
Irnela.
damage.
It
I
does.
love the idea of good damage.
All damage is good damage.
Right?
Yeah.
All right. I am noticing that my friends here are dealing with the larger things. So I'm going to turn and aim at the
the
shadow
one right
leech or
there.
whatever.
All right.
And then I'm going to do that thing I did before. Pair shot.
Paired shot.
Yeah, I forgot what I did.
I'm gonna do that thing.
I'm going to do that thing I did before. All right,
Don't
so
forget
Streamer's
your
got
backup,
a
Bart.
stream. Apparently, we'll be hitting a break right after Irnela's first turn of the. Well,
Okay,
her last turn
so-
of this round, and then we'll go between.
with the pistol, a 28.
That will hit.
Hey, let's go.
There we go.
And with the wrist launcher minus the 5, a 25.
Okay, that will hit as well.
Awesome.
Do you need a flat check for those from you?
$19 total damage,
Okay, give me a flat check for that.
a 7.
That's fine. You've hit. All right, 19 total damage onto this thing. All right, it is still standing, but it definitely you've splattered Chevy with some of that
Sorry,
black
Chevy.
ichor.
That was
And-
not the goal.
All right, so that is what is
Why
that?
am I
That's
always
two
getting dirty?
action.
2 actions.
All right, third action.
I think I'll just move a little closer to that creature.
Move a little closer.
Yep,
All right, how close? Right
that's
up to
good. No, I don't want to be like right in its face.
Okay. Giving yourself some distance from everything. Huh?
Then I have a feeling I'll be right in its stomach.
Okay. So,
And you're practically the size of a dog treat.
Right?
Turn at the end of the round finished. Your initiative will go back to the 36 at the top of the round, and we will get to that here in just a few because streamers got to stream. Even Sunshine had to
She had to
rush
cut and
off.
run.
Yeah,
She did.
Yeah, she did.
She was ready. I'm going to go here in a little bit, but is there any questions? I am loving these clips.
Yep.
I am loving these clips here. But I definitely do need to stream as well. I guess several needed to as well.
Yep. This combat is brought to you by streaming.
Yeah.
Streamers got to stream, guys.
Yep. I think I actually, during one of those where, I had to put my cup down, I think I actually dripped something in between here. And holy cow, that's uncomfortable. It's like, is it gone? Yeah, whoops. Oh my gosh. So, yeah, does anybody have any questions for us? We are tossing around some more PopCon ideas. There's definitely good bar fights for bonding. So if we've got anybody, I don't know if we have anybody new in the chat. We actually have a low chat today. Come on, guys.
PopCon at the end of June.
How about we get some kind of campaign or something. Let's get some new people into the chat room, guys. Go get your friends. Go talk to them. Tell them, come in for the second half of our adventure here on Soul Severed. We are missing a couple people. Get well soon, guys. Hope we see you next week. Because we definitely... Yeah, right now they're just sleeping.
Assholes.
Must be nice.
Well, hello. Migwar the Deviant.
Oh.
How are you doing out there? We're on our break at the moment. Are you around here? Are you near Indy? Are we going to see you at PopCon? I hope so. And even if you're not from around here, if you're close to Indianapolis, maybe you can make it to PopCon. Because that would be great.
Sorry, I had to go.
We could tell. That was a...
Did you beat this?
Oh, you're Indy adjacent.
Yeah, if you don't need it anymore, I'll
Indie
take it.
adjacent.
Yeah, that's awesome. Is there any way you can come out and see us at PopCon, play some bar fights for bonding? It's kind of our little, hey, we, all good stories start in a bar. All good stories start in a bar, and usually a bar fight happens. So, kind of happened that we do bar fights for bonding, and you find other gamers and such and other people who enjoy stories and things, and as you get to try to win bar fights for bonding, we see a lot of people leaving, getting each other's phone numbers and such, and being able to connect with other gamers and such around. Yay! Originally from Northwest Indiana, huh?
Sunshine.
Awesome.
I don't want your icon.
Just yank that thing all over the place.
I don't want that.
All right, I'm gonna go stream, guys.
Oh shit, I think several may
Oh,
have been plugged
no.
into that.
Well, if you can at least make it to Indy for PopCon, we're actually gonna be. I think we actually have the room number that we're gonna be in now, and we're in the free area. You actually don't have to spend any money to actually come and see us at PopCon this year. But welcome in, Migwar, and I'll be back. I'm gonna go take care of a few things, and I will see you guys here in just a few, and we'll continue this combat.
What kind of bullshit you got going on down here?
All of it.
Nothing.
Sunshine offered me the brick and then just tried to hand it to me, and then your phone goes flying across the table.
I mean, that's fair, I guess.
In my lap. I did not realize that it was connected.
So I heard someone's from Northwest Indiana, or was.
From West Philadelphia, born and raised.
No, that's not
No.
Indiana, and
Sorry.
it's not Northwest.
I'm from south of Indy, and in Indy, and
I was born and raised northeast and in an entirely different state.
Hammond? Okay, I know where Hammond is. Yep.
Yeah, see, I was trying to get back to that there Fey Queen trying to steal thunder.
Well, technically, she asked first, so.
I don't keep track of score, Sunshine, just like I'm here to help support, okay? That's what I'm doing.
I just meant verbally you weren't supportive.
Bullshit. But now I'm
I
extra.
didn't say
Wow.
Positionally, I'm not
Yeah.
supportive.
Positionally.
She likes the position you were in.
Jesus.
I don't know how many clips you want Laura to have this episode, but it's probably around 40.
She's maxing out.
Yeah, relaxing, all cool.
And we don't even have the bard.
Well, that was the thing.
I've got to make up for him.
Yeah, we got
not being
backup
here.
bard.
We've got
I've got to throw out the
so
zingers
many
here.
clips without the actual bard here.
Right?
I learned from the best. I actually learned from my father.
But is that is that the same?
Evil, I love you, man. You're like my spirit animal.
It was really
God,
weird
that's
how
so
my dad
accurate.
was making hats while on the boat. I don't know what the deal was there, but I'm joking.
Yeah.
Just sitting on the boat making hats.
Strangest thing,
Strangest
Pirates
thing.
need a-
Yeah.
Because all the good pirates need a hat.
right?
Sure, why not?
Oh, man.
Well, there it is.
Sunshine has a favorite position.
Damn it.
Well. It's just constantly whichever one I'm not in. That's what it is.
That's not true.
So what's your health looking like over there? Miss getting hit 27 times into combat?
Oh, well, you know.
How long did you play Pathfinder First Edition? And have you played Second Edition any? Hey, see, look at that support. I didn't even make you have to talk about how you only have like 6 hit points left.
Oh my gosh, is that how many you have?
I have more than that.
Barely double
7.
digits.
Barely double digits.
Yeah, barely double
Barely
digits.
double digits.
Under 20, but over 10.
Yeah.
I played in Don's Pathfinder 1E game for quite a while before we switched over to 2E finally.
Right.
Mid-campaign, but it's pretty decent. Easy switch.
Yeah, it's not bad. Especially coming from Pathfinder First Edition to Second Edition. Now there's some things that are a little nuanced that you got to look at, but it's not terrible. It's actually not bad coming from D&D either. It's just
Yeah. It's more, I mean, obviously more like 3.5, but
Oh yeah.
yeah. It's yeah.
You didn't pick up a D20 in years? What the hell? I feel sorry. Gaming is fun.
So what brought you in? How'd you find us? I'm always interested in these stories. These are good.
This break brought to you by Migwar Deviant.
I'm just saying, like, hope you don't mind we're asking you all the questions, right?
Thanks for sponsoring.
Yeah. This break's sponsored by.
It's 20 questions. Get to know your audience.
Right?
In the break. So
the break.
rapid fire questions. Here we go.
I still like 2E better than I like 5E in
Oh.
the other system.
Yeah. You know, it's
And I've never played 1E of this system.
One of my friends actually is he DMs a Knave game, which is like more based on like first edition D&D.
right.
It's like very stripped down, very. I don't really know how to even describe it, but more of a descriptive game than like rules based. I would say it's more like, I don't know. You just kind of describe what you do and then roll a die for it, and that's it. You just
It's
yeah.
It's
Very very light on the rules.
What's that word? What's the word? Cinematic?
Cinematic.
Very cinematic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was like, I don't know what word you're trying to say. She's looking at me doing the fingers here. I don't know what.
While
If you were more
hissing at you.
supportive, then you would know.
Maybe if she give me the other fingers.
God, read my mind. Okay.
I have that. Hold on.
I have that.
Mind link works with other elves. Cast. Okay.
I'm joking. God, you're so serious.
AD&D is much more punishing. Yeah.
I don't know. I started in 3.5.
What is Savage World, guys?
Savage World is another campaign setting, kind of D&D adjacent.
Nice.
Is that Pathfinder or?
Savage World has their own
System.
kind of system and mechanics.
okay.
Yep.
Was it
Okay.
an OGL based
Yes.
thing?
Kind of a D&D adjacent.
Yeah. Makes sense. Makes sense.
But I'm still interested. How did you find us?
Yeah. How'd you find us there?
She's
Niglar?
like, I'm not trying to tell all my secrets. Damn.
they just don't want to tell us anything. No. I mean, if we just kind of popped up on your feed, awesome.
Love
if
that,
not,
yeah.
then maybe somebody brought you in. Either way,
Love that too.
we are happy to have you here. And Evil, yeah, I believe that AD&D was much more punishing, and it was also, I believe, punishing to the GM as well. Trying to figure out that stuff. But I'm back. I'm definitely interested to know how you found us.
He got a wild hair in his ass.
Oh, yeah. Nice.
It seems appropriate for finding
did.
us.
Yeah. I mean, it's really fitting, honestly.
That's awesome. We do have some wild hair sometimes. So we do get a little wild here and there. So
As
we are
per the
glad
clips.
to have you here. Yeah.
And this is just part of the party.
Yeah, and this is just part of the party. We have 2 more that are not here today, but you can almost catch up if you check us out on YouTube. Check out our channel there. You can find most of our back episodes. If you look at the difference between episode 1 and now, episode 2, we didn't even, I wasn't even in it. I was a still photo.
Yeah, because our camera was freaking out.
It was
still
losing
photo.
its mind.
Yeah,
We've gotten better
so
cameras, better sound, better
we were having
everything since
we were
then.
having a power issue.
Oh, yeah.
And the camera that was on her was literally just flashing in and out. And
It
so
was.
and so we just took a picture of her and put it up on the screen and shut her camera.
I
off.
was just the disembodied voice
her
that day.
smiling.
It was great.
The whole time. It was kind of creepy.
Yeah, for sure.
I mean, I smile a lot though, so there's that. Anyway, but if you
So you're a
watch,
puppet.
we definitely have so much. We have a better studio. We have better everything now. So I'm glad you found us now, and you can absolutely see that difference. You'll be able
sure.
to see that. Hopefully, we'll see you next week on Tuesday as well. We're here at
And you
6
can-
p.m.
And you can join us on the Discord and
Hey,
get
love
more
that.
of this bullshit.
Yeah, I
love that.
More
really
of the
like that
crazy
you
throughout
type
the
in
week.
TTRPGs and it just pulls us right up. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Yes,
Love that
that is
too.
awesome. That is fantastic. Yeah, we're on here and we're also on YouTube. We've got there's also another campaign that plays on Mondays. Bloodlords. They're going through the actual Bloodlords campaign that Paizo put out. So if you'd like to check that out as well, hopefully we'll see more of you.
Yeah, for sure. But I think I'm more interested in not having Sunshine die.
Yeah, we're gonna
Well,
get
that's not
on with.
necessarily true.
We're gonna
Come on.
continue now that all the streamers have streamed.
Dang.
And we're
Jinx,
gonna
cue that
continue.
combat music.
We're gonna
Here we go.
continue back into the battle mode here.
Gee, thanks.
So we're back at the top of the order, and Irnela, your initiative has not become 0 anymore. So you are going twice, almost as if you were hasted multiple times. So now it is your turn. What would you like to do?
All right, I'm just going to second verse, same as the first.
Let's go.
Timey-wimey nonsense.
Oh, nice. Okay. So for the pistol,
Don't forget your +1.
okay, to 36.
36 is a crit. Roll
Awesome.
that d20 to do the check here.
I rolled a nat 20 on the check.
Okay.
Let's
Definitely
go.
hit
Crit.
that one.
Quadruple the damage.
All right.
Quadruple the damage. Okay, and
Just
then
'cause.
for the wrist launcher, because I was doing both at the same time, that's a 25.
That will hit as well.
Awesome. Okay.
All right.
So that's
both hit, and it does not go through it.
Okay, perfect. But I got to roll lots of 4s.
Lots
more.
of 4s.
For the crit.
She needs
No,
the
wait.
D4s.
I'm good.
Yeah, you have a crit and then a regular hit. All right. This thing seems
+2 for
desperately
me for the
trying
crit.
to lash out at Chevy here, trying to bite into him.
Okay,
Nom
so
nom nom Chevy.
the pistol does 24,
All right.
and the wrist launcher does 8.
All right. Irnela in the Chrono Leech's story.
Ooh, get
What
there.
a name.
It is a Chrono Leech.
Love that.
Have you seen my Chronoleech?
I like to dangle it from my belt buckle. Just like
like a
pocket
chalk.
watch. Okay, so I'm gonna take.
She just walks up and be like, "This bitch is out of time."
Yeah.
Chronoleech says so.
Is that a tie?
I'm just gonna point both weapons at it,
Okay.
and it doesn't know which one hit it first. But really, it's just gonna be like a big flash out of the end of
Yeah, it does.
out of both weapons,
Scares everybody.
and right, and a very loud boom, and then just a full-on explosion of gross guts. And again,
Yes.
I apologize to Chevy for the
The
splatter.
mess, because yes, the amount of damage and how much it had left, it splatters all over Chevy's red coat.
Sorry.
Why are my
At
boots
least it's
always
red.
getting dirty?
I mean,
Always.
this time you're actually getting most of the grossness on you, whereas everybody else was covered in worm guts before, and you
That is
barely had
true.
any touching your
That's
shoe.
true.
So gross.
You are covered in the Chrono Leech's insides as it just all over you.
I'll take their
and-
insides on me rather than my insides on them.
That
Yeah,
is
absolutely.
only 2 actions
That
for
is
you,
2
Renela.
actions.
One
Okay,
more
so-
action, and then Chevy, you're on deck.
Yeah, I'm gonna move over closer towards Sunshine. Oh no, Sunshine's clear all the way over.
Yep. I'm on the back end.
I'll go over towards Chevy.
Okay. This one is gone. You're gonna kind of step in the goo,
Sure, why not?
stand in where the goo was.
Comes up to her knee.
Right?
Goopy goop.
I'm like, perfect. Thank you.
All right. So that brings us to Chevy.
Well, first action, I look around at my party and say, "Hey guys, we got this."
Oh, I love that
And
again.
everybody's got
Sweet.
a +1 again.
All right.
And then with my remaining 2 actions, I look down that line that Sunshine narrowly missed me with, and I'm gonna do my last Stormcaller Surge down that line, and they both need to give me reflex saves.
All right. So that is a natural 1 for the one closest to you.
Double damage.
Yeah.
And then that is I believe a 30 for the other one.
That succeeds. So double
Alright.
damage and then half damage,
I
right?
knew he was
That
there.
is it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I wouldn't have hit Chevy on purpose.
Okay. So
Those are some
there's
nice numbers.
18, 19, 26, 27, 28. Doubled to 56 or halved to 14.
You forgot yourself.
I added it.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so 14 to the one over closer to Cyril and Sunshine, and 56
Yep.
to the other one. All right.
Okay.
Still standing.
The one closest to you is looking rather rough. It's kind of, it's got pieces hanging off. The scythe is kind of like dangling. You've got just this shadowy
Thing's
creature
taken
that looks.
2 lightning bolts,
It's
of sunshine ray. What the hell?
It's got a droopy scythe.
All right.
That sounds like a personal problem.
That's my turn.
Yeah.
all right. So that is your turn. That brings us to Cyril.
It sure does.
Sure not me.
I'm going to. So, with where Sunshine is standing, are we flanking this thing? Or do I need to slide over a square?
You would need to slide over.
I'll slide over a square for my
Okay.
free 5-foot step that does not provoke any kind of crazy attacks.
All right.
I will hit this thing. Snagging strike.
Go for it.
That's a 31.
31 will hit.
Great.
Forget your plus ones.
21 points of slashing with the +1.
21.
And 2 points of spirit damage.
All right.
And then I am going to I'm gonna hit it again.
Go for it.
Ooh, that's bad. 7, 9. No, that's like a 20.
That will not hit now.
That's bad.
All right.
That's me.
That is your turn. That means it's back to them. All right. So the one that's all kinds of messed up there, it's going to spend 2 actions and go for that cone of dust delay right at you two here.
Why did
So
which two where?
I need Irnela and Chevy to make a reflex save.
29.
Okay.
26.
All right, you both succeed. You are not dropped in the initiative order, and it's going to take its movement. How much movement do you have? There we go. Yeah, it's going to
None.
take its
It has none
movement.
movement.
It has 0 movement.
Come over here, away from you guys a little bit more. And the other one doesn't like you right now. It's gonna try using its dust on you. Several, make a reflex save. 2 actions, it will do that.
That is a 31.
All right, it does nothing to you on that. However, it's then going to use that scythe with a 24. Will that hit?
No.
All right, so it misses. That's its turn. We are on to Sunshine.
Sucks to suck, sucker.
I'm using a 2-action heal on myself.
There you
Okay.
go.
Boo.
Bringing Sunshine back to the party. Yeah, because that 24 would have wrecked Sunshine's world.
No, it wouldn't have.
With her 19
All right,
AC.
That's right.
so 2-action heal on yourself.
16 plus 2.
Yeah, I'm good. Yes, and with my last action, I'm going to try to hit it with my...
Using your katana.
Yes.
All
that's the
right.
word.
Go for it.
Kill it with fire.
29.
29 will
If I
hit.
Remember. Oh. Wait. Hold on.
Purge the unclean.
Absolutely.
Okay, he's gonna take 11. Sorry, 12 slashing damage
Okay.
and 10 radiant.
Did you hit it?
Yes, I hit it.
She says as if she's been hitting it this entire time.
I hit it with
Pass your
my
flat check?
my beam of radiant energy.
These didn't have
you
the
pass
flat
your-
check.
That
Oh,
would
these-
be
okay.
so awesome. Did you roll your flat check?
The little
2.
leeches that had the flat check.
Okay.
All right.
He said, did you pass your flat check? Oh, damn.
All right. So
Just trying to keep
that is
everyone honest.
Sunshine's
right?
turn. We are back up to the top of the order with
that's me.
Irnela.
Jeez.
Both of these are looking a little rough here. The one that's kind of running off to the side is looking more rough than the other one.
Okay, well, I'm going to move a little. Let's go like 10 feet closer
Okay.
to the one trying to run away.
Okay. Put you about right here.
Yep. And then I'm just going to keep doing what's been working.
Where
All
you
right.
going?
Twin shot.
Paired shot.
Paired shot. Paired shot.
Oh, well, it's going to work once.
I got a
So
little too
it's a
much sun.
31.
31 will hit.
And then the other one is a 13.
13 will not hit.
Yeah, I didn't figure.
Okay. By the way, I look absolutely fantastic right now. Just so you're aware.
How much did you heal?
All of it.
All right, there you go.
Look at you. That
That's some
is
healing.
10 points of damage.
It's 40 plus 5d10.
Plus 1.
So,
Oh, sorry, 11.
11 points of damage. Okay.
And that was a move and 2 shoots. So we are.
I need a +1 light above my head so that I can like turn it on.
Dude, epic. That would be awesome. Just print
a-
it and just.
Like a little Sims diamond right
Yeah.
up.
Yes!
Chevy, that brings us to
You
you.
could get like a little harness that like straps to your back and a
First
little
action,
pole just comes up
I'm
above your
gonna
head like a little
move
thing.
closer to be like kind of straddled between them in a way, like in a diagonal. Yeah,
Right
sort
about
of
here?
right there. Then I'm gonna try
Okay.
that slashing gust one more time. So
All right.
my remaining 2 actions, you see my hands kind of light up with swirling air, and then I sling it out at each of them. So that is an 8 and a 9 plus.
That sure does look cool.
14. Yeah, it sure does look cool. I think it's a plus 14, so that's a 24 would be the highest.
Okay, 24 will hit the one
25
that's
actually, because I
being
forgot my
flanked.
plus 1. So,
25 will hit the one being flanked.
and then it'd be a 24 for the
It
other
will
one.
not hit the other one.
All right. Well, suck it.
Okay, so it is taking
6, 10, 16. Oh, and then there's another d4, 18 points of slashing damage.
18 points of slashing damage to it.
That spell's really cool if I actually hit, guys. Just so you're aware.
We are taking notes
Yeah.
dutifully.
Yeah.
I think you need to practice more.
All
If
right.
I crit, it takes persistent bleed damage too.
Ooh, that's good.
They're
though.
immune to bleed, so
Oh, double suck it.
yeah. Cyril, that brings
Suck it
us to
twice.
you.
Right, we're still hacking the one down between Sunshine and I.
All right, go for it.
Ain't no party like a stab-a-bitch party. Because stab-a-bitch party don't stop. So that's a 30.
That will hit.
don't forget your +1.
+1 for your part.
Right. 15 slashing and 2 spirit. As I'm just like hacking through this thing. and,
How
like,
much?
15 slashing and 2 spirit.
17.
I already added the +1, but I mean, you double dip, I guess.
All right.
Keep adding +1.
And I'm just like slashing wildly through this thing. Now I'm getting kind of pissed off because it's not dying. Right?
Die already.
That's a 28.
28 will hit.
Fuck this thing.
Let's not.
12 and 10 is 22 slashing.
It looks
This isn't even the
terrible, but
real
it
fight.
is still up.
And
It is-
3 spirit.
and 3 spirit. End this one.
There we go.
End it.
These are the
finally.
shadows of a larger creature we have to fight in a minute.
Right?
Right.
Shut the fuck up.
So I'm slashing wildly
ideas.
at this point, just getting kind of more and more pissed off. My eyes kind of turn red for a moment, and I just like slash, and with my own momentum, I kind of spin myself in a circle. So I'm now facing kind of Chevy and this other one that's trying to get away.
All right. Spin yourself and facing that. This one.
Yep.
This one has, these large ones are not dropping a bunch of ichor everywhere. The little ones were dropping stuff. This is just, it seems like droplets of shadow just melt into the ground, and if they splatter into you, it just disappears in the light of sunshine as she's like,
So my abilities here for my weapon, do they cost actions to do them?
it should say.
It does not say.
You're gonna have to make me look now. Let me see here.
Just make it up.
I had sent you. I'd sent you the. Where is it at?
This
What
is
I
where you
showed
ask
you.
forgiveness instead of permission.
It's like when you go to the store and it doesn't have a UPC label and you say, well, it must be free.
Has to be
it's a
free.
free action.
Yeah, has to be free.
All right, for the divine bane. Which one exactly are you looking at?
Weapon form.
The form.
Mm-hmm.
That's just what it is.
It says I can make it take any weapon in any form that I want.
Yeah, it still stays with the. It stays as a +1 striking.
Mm-hmm.
But yes, it can change into any weapon that you wish, and
Does
that
it?
is.
That's what I'm asking. Does
actually-
that take an action to change it into something else?
Looking at that, it can change form during your daily preparations, like if you
Okay.
were as if you're preparing spells.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, you can
so
change it.
I'll never use that ever. It'll always be a sword.
Okay.
So that's a yeah. With my 40 feet of movement, I'm going to run around to the other side of it, and essentially, if
It is against the wall. This would be the edge of the where it starts to curve over the top.
is it trying to like face through the wall?
It looks like it's going into the wall. Yeah.
Well, fuck that
You're gonna
guy.
come right over here by it, right here. Or on
That
the
doesn't.
other
I mean,
side?
yeah, that sure, because it'll if it tries to face through, I'll just fucking hit it and
Okay.
make it fucking stand there.
All right. That's Cyril's turn. Yeah, its turn. It's trying to get away.
I would like to hit it, please.
Go for it. It starts
you're
to
next
move
to it.
into the wall.
What?
Nothing.
Damn, I don't know what the hell that was. I'm getting all aggressive over here. 32.
32 will hit.
That's 23 points of slashing damage
That will
and
do it.
2
And
points of spirit.
several. And
So I
this.
just whip this thing around and I just take the blade and I come swinging it kind of laterally across it, and I just slam the blade into the rock face or the wood face, cutting the spirit shadowy figure kind of in half, and it just kind of like drips down off the blade as it's wedged into this wood, and it just kind of lands into a pool of ichor and shit down below.
Yeah, it's shadowy ichor just kind of melting into everything until there's just nothing left of it. Not a single sign of it.
I thought these didn't have shadowy ichor.
Do you need that?
Do you need this?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. The,
Oh,
the puddle
yeah.
of it just disappears into nothing
Love
as
it.
the shadows dissipate. You needed that?
Yes, thank
Okay. There we go. All right.
One day we'll get our own power plugs on the table.
One day,
Yeah,
once
eventually.
we make the table.
All right, guys. So that will bring you out of combat. You've got Chevy just splattered in black ichor
Sorry.
everywhere, all over
So
him.
sorry.
Hey,
That's all right.
he was the only one not covered in worm guts. You can stand to take a bath.
I just got notified I was at 20%, so thank you for the
Hey,
battery.
you're welcome.
All right, guys.
So,
Speaking of being at 20%,
Do you want to plug into this thing too?
is that your hit
No.
points?
Hit points at 20%.
20%.
So what the hell were those things?
The big ones were time reavers. Is that what you said? I'm sorry.
Hourglass Reavers.
Hourglass reavers. They had to do with time and whatnot. So I hope you're all noticing a pattern here.
Timey-wimey bullshit.
Do you want to try to figure out what the one splattered across Chevy is?
Sure.
Just, what's this one, Sunshine?
Either way, occultism or arcana, it is a 26.
Okay, 26. That is a chrono leech. They are essentially a very large form of time stealing. It is a creature that likes to attack things that have been around time. They're made of possibility. They are an
time.
aberration.
Made of possibility. That sounds like
If they bite
Lost
you,
Amongst
they
Love Life.
can they can steal some of your speed, some time from you, making you slowed. And if you take temporal damage from them, they can then use that to heal themselves. They might heal you of some of the temporal damage that you've taken, but they will heal themselves with it as well as they suck it back out of you.
Yeah. So, more time shit. and it was healing off of the damage that it gave you when it tried to suck your
Literally
life force
sucking
out.
the life out of me.
Yes, and the time.
I thought I left her at home.
Oh, no.
Sorry,
Damn.
it was a joke.
I don't think it was. Is your little thing
so
buzzing?
nice to her.
Oh,
It's time to check in. Fuck.
my wrist starts burning. Sorry, babe.
She's setting the house on fire as
Yeah.
you speak.
What
Too
the fuck
soon?
did you say?
Yeah, right.
He looks in and she's just cutting the straps to the daughter's spine. Oh yeah,
Set her
fuck
free.
you!
Fine, I'll set her free and burn this place to the ground.
Go.
Well, tune in next time as we're running down Chevy.
Yeah, for those of you that don't know, Chevy is married.
Goodness gracious.
Chevy's married.
Maybe
His
not
wife
for
is at
long.
home watching over their daughter, who is tied down because she's trying to walk to the center of the continent, as all other mages have been doing.
And what's going on at the center of the continent?
Two gods fighting, busting through the walls of the dimensions and through the planes and causing a major bit of damage all over the place and cracking this entire continent apart.
And we're gonna
they
kill
saw
one.
it. Last time they saw it, the
I'm
rift
sorry.
itself had been, the waters from the ocean on either side of the continent of Averlon have been pouring in, and it was probably about 100, 200 feet across. So,
You know, realistically, this thing's probably great for trade. Now
possibly.
you don't have to sell all the way around Averlon. We just sail straight through.
Well, I mean, last time you guys tried to go over it, you were attacked, and now that it's, hundreds of feet, you found.
Yeah,
You guys
and
had
then-
decided that wasn't a good idea, so probably
first
trade
time-
through this thing might not be a good thing either.
And the first time that we tried to go through it, we ended up in another plane.
You did.
Like I said, only the bravest pirates with cool hats like Esteban makes.
Business opportunity.
That's right.
Yeah.
So, with the fight over and Sunshine not dying, you guys start heading on
Yeah.
down the Rootstone Nexus.
Does anyone need
talking
a
about
short,
time?
short little rest here? I'd like to refocus a bit and gain some of my abilities back here.
I mean, I'll sit down for a few and let Sunshine stitch me up.
If we could take 20,
Certainly.
that'd be
use
great
some
for me.
healing.
Yeah, that's fine. I just kind of walk over and pull my shirt off. and-
79.
Did you heal me with
Elgato
magic?
is right there by
I did.
you, noggining, and he's
Nice.
I
trying
healed
to
you
he's trying to lick
79.
the wounds as if he might be able to help.
I'm only down a little bit if you got some
I
to
rolled
spare.
like
but
3 10s.
I'm down quite a bit.
They need some help
Yeah,
too.
Elgato's trying to lick her wounds as if that might help.
It might.
I thought you were gonna stitch me up, but no, you came over and
Harmed.
it gave me the
Yes.
spirit fingers.
Not those spirit fingers.
Gotta keep you
Careful what you say here.
lively.
That's it. Yep, that's good.
Okay.
That's a questioning lively.
Yeah.
They are
Because the-
definitely in a mood
Questioning.
today.
Yep.
I don't know what was in that breakfast we ate in the hut, but whew.
They are definitely in a mood today, guys.
Well, maybe it's because we've been cooped up in the cabin forever.
Is this cabin fever?
Maybe.
Well, maybe if you just start yelling what's his name's name all the time, we'll get out of this place no time.
No. No. No.
Whose
No.
name?
No. No.
what's the
Beetlejuice.
name we're supposed to say?
Beetlejuice.
Oh no.
All right, so you guys continue on.
Yes, I'm healing them.
Okay.
Please heal
In that
me.
20 minutes, I refocused to
Please,
get my
please.
2 focus points back.
I'm healing you.
I just want you to know I'm a fan of the guys. We got this.
Hey, look at us.
So good.
We got
Please.
So good.
I mean, he's got to inspire somehow, right? It'll work.
You see like a sparkle
Yeah.
from my eyes.
King, like your
We got this.
Lightning
Like a
McQueen.
cartoon.
Ka-chow. Please don't sue us. We love you.
Hey, all publicity is good publicity.
yeah. Except for the ones that bury you.
26.
To both of us?
Yeah. I
Yeah,
can do
ward medic,
2.
baby.
Yeah, ward
I'll
medic.
take full health. That's fine.
Gets me closer.
Okay.
All right, so packing up, moving on, headed
Yep.
up.
Are our pack mules still here with Esteban and Avery?
Mm-hmm.
Awesome.
Our nap takers.
Yeah, they didn't help at all. in this
They are
whole combat.
definitely still
did
Oh,
not.
she's
in and out.
Avery's gonna never hear the end of this.
Yeah.
They are definitely still in and out and not quite awake. You hear them muttering here and there.
I had to defend her, and she's over here taking a nap.
Right.
They definitely are unconscious. They are not making.
I'm really surprised,
much.
honestly, that these creatures weren't trying to get to them. I'm assuming they're the ones that got
Sure.
fucked up by time.
They are. The big ones were drawn to chronomancers, but none of us mess with time like that.
I imagine that.
Perceptions.
No.
Gotta make me find my dice.
As you
33.
finish your,
Oh, that was
short
Oh,
little rest there.
Damn it!
26.
Okay.
31.
20.
Okay.
It was so close to
So
a 20.
with the
Said it was a 2.
33, as everybody's kind of resting, you guys are getting up to move on, and you checked on Avery and Esteban. You find once again burned into the wood, but more your height, about your knee height, burned into one large root. That symbol again.
It's following us.
As you guys are getting ready to move on.
Do we think maybe we're heading the wrong direction?
It's a one direction tunnel, isn't it?
Yeah, there's
Like
only one.
It hasn't forked, has it?
In that earlier moment, it seemed like there were
4,
2,
5, 6
3,
paths, and then
4,
one.
but then it only seemed to echo, but no, there was only one path.
And this is the way that our compass, which is now napping, was telling us to go.
Yeah.
If we float her in the water, will it?
Will she drown? Yes, probably.
Oh, well. Maybe her head would align to where we
North,
need to go.
yeah.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
Maybe she'll.
You don't think if you pick her up, she'd be able to just like
Does she
a
vibrate?
divining rod?
Yeah.
Like a dowsing rod trying to find
You
water.
guys got her attached to the cat at the moment, so he would have to pick up Azara and Avery.
No, see, her
mean,
hands
I'm
are
not picking
her hands
up
are just going to go.
And dab.
All right.
Now she is in Thriller.
But yeah, you definitely see Irnela. Did you point out the
Yes, that exactly.
thing to
Yes.
everybody?
That's why I'm like, if these are going to continue to follow us, it makes me wonder if this is not the way. But I guess there is no other way.
But this is the way.
This is the way.
This is the way.
Sorry.
I think they have a problem.
I kind of set that one up accidentally,
You're welcome.
I
but
have
maybe
spoken.
on purpose.
Accidentally on purpose.
Yeah.
So you guys continuing on, or are you turning around?
Before we stop, or before we start, whatever we're doing,
I mean,
if I touch that one, is that one also warm to the touch like the one before?
Not so much, no.
Oh,
does it have the foreboding feeling?
yes. Does it feel dreadful?
Fleeting,
Maybe that was just
as
breakfast.
if maybe it's been there longer than the other one.
So maybe we didn't just trip this one.
Maybe we're following somebody else.
Great.
Did we stop to consider that Sunshine might have given them food poisoning?
Okay, what are you talking about?
I don't know.
Well, I'm just gonna cross my arms and watch Sunshine defend herself here in this moment.
I'm going to back like 20 feet away.
I'm just saying, how long has that
I'm
food
not
been
getting
in
in
your
the middle
bag?
of this.
How long has that food been in your bag?
I don't know how you feeling right now, Chevy.
Well, I still got some muck on my coat, but other than that, I'm okay.
Ask me after lunch.
No. Making sunshine spicy there.
And ladies and gentlemen, this is where we split the party. Tune in next time for the Evil Sunshine and Civil show.
Wait, why do I got to be part of this split? Can't I join the evil sunshine?
You absolutely can. You're family, remember?
I am.
She's my adopted goblin daughter.
Adopted.
Adopted goblin.
She looks great. She looks great in your backpack.
All right. Well, you guys continue
I
walking.
am older than you.
That's fine.
Are you going?
I'm happily content to let you be older.
Are you continuing to walk, or are you turning around to go the other direction?
I don't know. Does
Which
Chevy
did you
turn
do?
his back to me? No, I'm kidding.
Joking. And you're tapping into something else here,
We're
sunshine.
going. I think we're going to walk.
Yes, I
Okay. Continuing on.
Yep.
All right, you guys continue on with no other issues for hours and hours. As you're coming toward the end of a day's travel, you see up ahead a fork. This time you can very clearly see the fork in the road.
Nice.
Well, son
You
of
have
a...
a
help us eat
right
lunch.
and a left.
hoping for a spoon.
Lunch was fine. Unless, did you just give him trail rations?
Maybe.
To the left, you guys see what looks like... It looks like the portrait of a misty glade. And to the right, you see just the continuation of the Rootstone Nexus tunnel.
Our compass is sleeping.
You
Yep.
see this misty glade, almost like the Rootstone Nexus ends in this portrait of a misty glade, but as you are looking and talking about your compass, you notice that the mist is kind of moving, maybe like there's a little bit of a breeze, and you realize you're looking at another portal out of the Rootstone Nexus. To where, you're not sure.
Do we know which thing we're looking for now?
No,
Oh, perfect.
we don't know if we should keep going. We don't know if we should walk through this portal. We don't know where that portal goes. Okay, looking out at out of the portal, does anything look weird, different, not of the material plane?
Give me an Arcana.
That's cocked.
Cocked, huh?
Yeah, it was over in the corner.
Means it was below a 10.
That's not what it means. Arcana, 24.
Looks like the material plane to you.
Okay, I'm gonna look around the portal and look for the symbol that we've been kind of trekking along with.
The odd symbol
Uh-huh.
that keeps being burned into things.
Yes.
You don't see it
How about on the further down?
down the other way.
Mm-hmm.
Not seeing it.
Okay.
So our options are Misty Glade or Portal.
No,
the
the Misty
portal is the
Glade.
Misty
yes.
Glade is the portal. Okay,
Yes.
sorry.
It looks like the material plane. There could be a pocket dimension. We've been there
Those have
before.
been so helpful to us, those pocket dimensions.
Well, I mean, the last one we were in, it
Yeah.
did kind of,
Gave
you
us-
know, give us a nice little rest and insight.
You gonna flip a coin for it?
I'm I'll flip a coin for it.
Okay. You call it in the air. If you get it right, we'll go down the Misty Glade path.
Okay.
If you're wrong, we'll get it.
We'll go to the Misty Glade path.
Yeah,
Here we
okay.
go.
Here we go.
Heads.
It is heads.
All right, Misty Glade path.
Mystic Glade Path. Okay.
We were gonna play Stone. We all know that he just cheated the whole time. So
That's true.
All right, so you guys are stepping through the portal then?
Yeah.
Yep.
I don't like that face.
Yes, you do.
No, it's called I'm having to scroll because I didn't get this printed.
Here we go.
Because I kind of had to do some things right before stream, and it sucked.
You're good.
All right, so you guys emerge into this peaceful little glade.
The most important thing here is there the sun? Can we see the sun? Is it sunlight?
You can see.
hello, I'm right here.
light. You guys are coming out as the sun is setting.
But it's there.
Bullshit. Okay. I'm joking.
You find that
The sunshine in this world is
with
just died.
your perception DCs, all of you hear this soft sound of water, of waves touching the shore or hitting rocks in the distance, not far enough that you can't hear it. Seagulls you hear cawing in the distance, and the smell of the sea
Salt water?
touches your nose. It smells fresh and nice out
Chevy's
here.
gonna cry.
I'm walking toward the coast.
He's like, I made these
going
friends
that
for
way.
Peace out.
It's
You're
been a while.
walking toward the coast.
He goes to the
Been a
sea.
while since
Just
you've seen your
I'll
second
look
love.
for like a hill or something to see if I can get up high enough where I can maybe see the ocean a bit or something.
What?
I am.
Just
There it
trying to
is.
get a
Chevy's
idea
now
of where
the
we are.
Subject of how far I'll go by Moana.
So you guys, you're walking, and the soft wind rustles little wildflowers around you, and you can hear some birds singing toward the glade, and you hear definitely those seagulls in the distance. And as you're walking and you emerge from some of these trees, there's definitely an open field of high grass before you see it drop. There's a cliffside ahead of you. And you can see beyond that cliff, beyond that drop, you just see ocean sparkling in the dusk light as the sun is setting. And you can just see it glistening off the water.
Do I have a sense of where we are based on maybe the shape of the coastline here that I can see, or like the color of the water, even like how different
So-
seas have different colors?
The sun rises in the west.
Okay.
Sun sets in the east on Iodadri. And the sun is setting over the mountains behind you. So it's not rising in the west in front of you. So you see just the peaks of its color coming down and across that cliff. And the mountains are behind you quite a distance. And as you're getting closer to that cliff, you can see down and almost built partially into the cliff, and the dock goes way out so that things aren't pulled into the actual cliff face. You see a dock that is just built way out into the water, and there's several ships. You're on the exact opposite coast of where you are from, but you can roll a d20. Let me see if you know. I have an idea of what this dock might be.
I don't think a one's gonna cut it. So.
That will not. You've never heard of a dock made like this. You can see these elevator things going up and down, carrying goods and people, and it seems there's a town somewhere off to the north of where you're standing.
Can we see the goods and the people on this elevator?
You can just see that it's going up and down. You're a little distance away. I mean, probably can make it there before the light completely goes.
Do the people on this elevator, do they look like medium size, like me? Or they look
give
taller,
me a
smaller?
perception.
Humans, or are they dwarfs?
They could
Sorry.
be goblins.
Yeah, why is everybody gotta be a dwarf?
That's 29. I rolled an 11.
29, it's hard to figure it out from here. It's hard to gauge with the distance
Sure.
and the light fading.
Yep.
They've already lit torches and maybe magical lights along the cliff face where the elevator goes up and down. But You can't quite tell from this distance. You've got a little ways before you can get to whatever town is off in that distance. You don't see high buildings or anything, but you do see lights. As you're looking to the north and you can see the lights of the town, you see maybe a building that seems about a story high here and there, but the lights seem to be almost on mounds. But it's hard to tell from here.
How's everybody feel?
Pretty good.
All right, let's
truck it.
see what.
Is the grass taller than me?
Almost.
Oh, great.
Not quite.
I'm gonna try and.
I'll scoop her up and put her on, like, unless she's gonna ride. She's got,
Elgato.
I was gonna hop on Elgato.
He's more than happy to put you up
I
there.
assumed.
He
He
almost,
loves you.
he almost
That's kitty.
gets up there and his two tentacles just
Stalks,
kind of
yeah.
wrap around her.
Looks like he's taking a liking to you.
Got a seatbelt.
I
Yeah,
don't-
she does have a seatbelt. He's holding on to her.
I'm not complaining.
Well, that's good.
That's fantastic.
Give it scritches.
Yeah, he pets you back with the other tentacle.
I think
That's a weird
you and
feeling.
Elgato are gonna make a good
Pairing.
pairing. A good companion to you.
So you guys get close, and what you're seeing as you get close, you see lots of wildflowers and these moss-covered burrows. As you start recognizing some halfling type situations, but you also see other construction. The hillside moves up, and you can see different mounds of burrows and such that people have built into the ground and into the hillside, and the tops of their roofs are just covered in green flora. You see all kinds of nice things around. You
Oh,
can
we're
see this
definitely
town
eating
as
well
you-
tonight.
You
Yes.
can definitely see. It seems it is mainly built for people of halfling size, but there are a few buildings here and there that you find that are not.
Very cool.
Okay.
But what if we chose the other path and it was better?
How could it be better than this?
I don't know. I just have this feeling.
We could always go back.
Can we?
I don't know.
Probably.
Maybe we rest here for tonight.
Sure.
I'm totally down for that.
Who's gonna do the talking?
You guys can see a
Okay.
Or him.
small cobbled path that leads toward this coastal settlement. You can see where people are coming up from the elevators, bringing some things in still from the docks.
So are we close enough to see now the size of the people on the elevators?
Mostly halfling sized, mostly smaller. And you see kind of distant terraced farmland on the other side of the town.
Now that we're closer
Quite
to
a decent sized town.
can I get no wait, I don't have anything about society.
The first person that I see that's just walking and doesn't look terribly busy, I'll say, "Excuse me, do you happen to be able to point us to the nearest inn, tavern, somewhere to stay for the night?"
You find yourself looking at a halfling man who seems to kind of look at you really carefully. Well, stranger, you can find the salty thimble. It would accommodate folks of your stature.
Appreciate it. Is that just up this way?
Well, if you look kind of up the hill and you see the larger mound with the blue flowers upon it, its door would accommodate your size, and you'll find that that is the salty thimble. You'll find there is a sign hanging from it.
Appreciate it.
Seems to take a look at all of you. Looks really oddly at the two that are strapped to the large cats.
It's been a rough day.
Yeah.
Looks
I
we
see.
look like we're slave traders, just so you know. Don't mind them; they're fine.
For your trouble, sir, I'd hand him a silver piece.
He takes it and quickly walks off. About that time, you see a light flash out toward the water. You realize they have a lighthouse built partially into the cliffside, and it's definitely come on as the dark. The light has gotten brighter.
That's cool.
That is cool.
And it flashes out, and after a few moments, you'll see it beam out once more as it rotates.
It's a refined society.
Chevy, what is that? I've never seen something like that.
Coastal towns, they have trouble. Ships wrecking into the shallow rocks, so they have a light that rotates around and gives them a direction, point of direction to head toward. Safe harbor.
That's interesting. I never spend much time by the water.
Yeah, me neither. Well, let's go.
Yeah, we're gonna go check out this salty thimble.
All right. So you guys go heading to the salty thimble, and as you're making your way there, you find this that you can see over most of these little mounds of homes, and they seem to definitely be built more into the ground than out. And you see this little boy. If you're looking at him, he can't be more than 8 years old. And as you're walking toward the salty thimble, you see he's got this glowing something in his hands. And he's kind of messing with it, and he's near the road. As you guys come close, he kind of scrambles back and hides whatever was glowing in his hands. Just kind of watches you guys.
I bend down and pick up a rock, and I cast a light on it, and I conceal it in my hand so he can't see the light. And then I'll kind of crouch down closer to him and slowly open my hand and kind of show him that I've got something glowing too.
That's brighter.
I'll trade you for it.
But okay, I'll trade.
Okay.
He gives you a rock that's glowing.
Okay.
But not like the light spell that he's holding, and it's just.
Stuff that in your
He
pocket.
goes
so
running
people
off
don't
with it.
see it.
You can just see it
Yep.
flashing around as he's running with it.
Okay.
You hear him yelling a name.
Yeah. It's handed to Chevy
Finn! Look what I got!
a radiative rock.
Gamma radiation.
Yep.
Just right to the face.
It only lasts 24 hours. Or something like that.
Yeah, it doesn't last long.
Until the beginning of your next preparation.
The light spell?
Yeah.
Oh, yep.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. So
Yeah.
it lasts until tomorrow morning.
Sure does.
Yeah, he's definitely got a light.
Sure does.
Poor kid's never going to be able to sleep.
I know a
What you
guy.
got there?
I know a guy.
It's a glowing rock.
It's a glowing rock.
It's definitely a glowing rock. It looks this kind of
do I have any
sickly
idea?
green color.
Yep. You got me with purple cloud once before. Now I got a green rock.
You're just collecting all of the colors of the
Wait.
rainbow.
Yep.
Purple cloud?
That was in our first.
Not that kind of purple.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank God.
That's a whole new
I
world.
feel like there's a story here because
There is,
that
and
same
it is
reaction
not
happened
safe
when it
for
happened.
Twitch or
Okay.
YouTube.
Off stream.
That's after hours. Sorry.
It's definitely one of
Anyways.
those not safe.
Do I have any idea what this thing is?
You can give me an Arcana, a Nature.
Tune into Elite Encounters After Dark.
Yes.
Yep, that's a 22 for nature.
Okay, let me see if this works here. Gotta check what I have.
I just randomly got the next icon. Just
Right?
the kid was running around with it.
Oh, or at least
That
a
would
clue.
be way too easy.
You'd also never suspect it either.
Yeah.
As you just
Well, I
chuck-
mean, you guys did come across and gain one icon without even knowing it for over a year.
Yeah, he just chucks it into the sea,
Yeah.
and Avery's like, "Wada!"
Are you sending me something or?
No, I'm
Okay.
trying to find what I need to.
Okay.
Well,
And
It's
since
such
it's
an
not
important
printed
rock.
out, it's really annoying.
while he's
I
looking
didn't know
at
what you
the
were doing,
rock,
so we're good.
we're gonna continue. We
Yeah,
continue
just keep
to
walking.
the
I'm gonna
salty thimble.
open the door to the inn and let everyone go in first. Hold the door like a gentleman.
How many rooms do we want?
I'm fine with just one.
I have a feeling I will be better served to sleep outside because otherwise Elgato is probably going to destroy wherever we try to sleep.
He's gonna have a stroke.
So you can see it's a dull black green stone, kind of has a vein of pulsing violet kind of through it. It's cold to the touch. Unnaturally heavy for a stone the size of a D20. It weighs more than a metal D20. It's not
Hefty.
it's definitely hefty. What did you get total? And
Oh,
you rolled a
22 for nature.
for nature. Okay. This is a blight stone.
Yeah.
Yep. Sounds like uranium.
Formed when void energy seeps into buried natural nodes, especially where death or rot is already strong. They feed off of the life essence in soil and water, can slowly poison entire ecosystems.
Kid was just running around with one in his hand.
Okay.
Guess what? We need to find that kid again.
Does anybody else want to see what they know about them?
What did he roll?
Nature.
Nope.
22 for nature.
He got a 22.
You could roll Arcana as well.
What?
Nope.
This is a blight stone, apparently.
Actually,
A
I will
blight
take
stone.
nature or occultism for the for.
I will give
Occultism
you
would've
a
been better.
nature
You can give me an occultism, see if you know any more about it.
Alrighty.
or not. I got a 21, so no.
Okay, you know about the same thing.
27 for occultism.
Okay, with 27, it's saying that these were almost, that Blightstones were divine seeds from the era of the War of Ascension, where most of the icons of Ascendance are from. They were forged to unmake sacred ground and such, but there's kind of, you find one or two here and there, and they cause all kinds of issues in ecosystems. Tainted water, they can change animal behavior, cause soil degradation, cause fungi to bloom where you don't want it to.
Are you saying all this stuff out loud?
Yeah, I'm gonna repeat this too.
Oh boy.
Yeah, so this thing could
It
cause some havoc in a small area at least.
Keeping it on you can hamper your own healing ability.
You say.
Yeah, we should probably find a way to destroy it or a safe place to get rid of it.
I will.
Let's put it in a pocket dimension.
That's an option,
I'll
right?
I'll draw my blade,
Okay.
and I
Probably.
will.
With a pencil.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. With a
Charcoal.
chalk pencil. Yeah. And then I will touch it to this stone,
Okay.
and I would like to try to use Divine Bane's Chosen. I'm going to see if this has anything to do with whoever my target is. With if there's any kind
Calvan.
of if there's any of that those
Fuckery?
fuckery going on within 100 miles.
All right. Let me double check with that real quick here.
Says you can sense the rough direction of your target deity's influence within 100 miles. Example: avatars, temples, sacred grounds. I imagine unhallowed grounds is the same, or kind of those things.
It also begins glowing faintly. This isn't a creature, but it's close enough. So as you unsheath the divine vein, it begins to slightly glow. And as you're using that to try to figure out if you're close, you definitely sense that this Blightstone has to do with something with Talvan.
Super.
I'm sorry, with who?
And it says I get sense the rough direction of your target
God of the time.
of his influence within 100 miles.
It's the god of time.
Did she just say
No.
God of magic.
God of
Magic.
Magic is Talvan.
Whatever, magic.
Talvan
Okay.
and
It's the one I gotta kill.
Moritas are the ones
just didn't hear what she
fighting in
said.
between the continents.
You're just
He's
trying to
the
get her
one
to say
we're
it
gonna
27
kill.
times.
Yes, it's the deity that you guys want to kill.
Okay.
Is the deity that Charlotte wants to save.
Well, that says everything I need to know.
Right.
So Sunshine walks off to go inside this little tavern and get some rooms.
Where's this direction? It says I get the direction of this thing within
The stone.
just that one stone.
That's what you're getting as the closest thing, yes.
Okay, cool. I hate that thing. That's got to go.
Right.
Once we get somewhere private, let's see if we can figure out a way to destroy this thing.
Sure.
What kind of damage do you think that would have done if that little kid would have kept holding it?
To him?
Yes, to
Could have
him.
been.
He probably
Quite
would
a
have put
bit.
it in his glowing rock collection that he has back home, knowing how kids are. He might have 7 of these already.
Ugh,
Who knows?
that cannot be good.
We might want to find that kid and ask him where he got it.
I don't know that a kid is going to talk to me, but
Well, he might talk to me,
He
knowing
might.
that he was gypped on a rock tomorrow morning.
he's going to come
he's
find
gonna
you.
come find me and want his glowing rock back. So
Your 27 occult also tells you that there is definitely a way to either purify or destroy it completely. You're just not quite sure.
okay,
It's more of a druidic thing
okay.
or religious thing to do.
Well, if we can get Avery awake here, maybe she can help us purify this. All
How many
right.
rooms you get in there, Sunshine?
Yep. We're all just sharing a room, right?
Yeah.
Nope.
Nope.
Oh, I don't. Yeah, no.
So you
Okay.
guys go walking in, and Sunshine has just procured some rooms as you guys come walking in.
What's it look like in this place?
You're gonna have to make me scroll some more.
Yeah, that's my
Looks like
job.
it looks
Sorry.
like an inn.
Again, I wish I had this all printed, but I had to change some things. Sorry. It's actually a very, very cozy little thing, and it looks like the walls are the sides of a ship, the interior of a ship,
yeah.
almost as if they took a large ship and had taken the hull and put one side over here and the other side over here as they built into the hillside, and then let the ground come over and grow things on top.
Nice.
So your rooms will actually be more into the hillside, but the actual tavern part of the inn is right up here in between these two ship holes. And you've got little portholes, make up 4 windows on either side. Where is it? The person in charge of this inn, I just had it. Son of a bitch. I hate having to scroll.
Is there a room with a helm with like a captain's wheel?
No, the captain's wheel seems to be behind the bar, where you find this female halfling. She's rather rotund. She's got a shock of white hair. She's older, and you hear her
We're
tell
chatting.
Sunshine, oh yes, there's plenty for you to have. That here you are, 3 rooms, and you need stabling for cats, you say.
Very large cats.
Very large cats. Well, what are you talking about as far as, that is a big head coming through the door. I don't think that's going to fit.
No.
They're
Okay.
They're trained.
That is a displacer beast.
beast.
Is that thing going to eat somebody here?
No.
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 There's 2 of them.
There's 2
Which
of
one
them.
of it? Which one is
That's-
it?
It's Elgato.
Elgato.
His head.
As I
Sit.
hear this walking up, I use no calls for alarm.
That's a huge cat.
Yes.
Was no cause for alarm, dude?
Reduces panic. It's 3
Okay.
actions. Attempted diplomacy check, comparing it to the will DC of creatures in a 10-foot emanation around you who are frightened. So,
Go for it.
oh, that's not.
We found them as cubs. And
That's a
our friend,
23.
who's very adept at training animals, has trained them for
23.
us.
Oh, I see it set. Yeah, I can. I don't think I've ever seen a.
Oh, we also have a fire leopard.
Well, it's a good thing most things under the ground don't burn, but
Well, she's not on fire all the time. But
she tentatively takes a couple steps out from behind the bar, and again, like I said, she's a rather rotund little halfling. She says, I don't even think I've ever seen one this close. That thing is huge. She's trying to peek in through where the door's open, his head's at. I mean, his head's almost as big as you.
Yes.
Oh,
I've been told they're just babies.
and they're babies.
Yeah.
Oh, and you need to. Are they gonna eat the goats or horses?
no,
Okay.
we have food for them.
I mean, as long as they aren't gonna eat the goats or horses,
No.
one of the larger stables might hold him. I've got.
This is Elgato, and this is Zila.
I see. Hello.
And the fire leopard is Azara.
Yes.
Zara walks right in with Avery on her back, and she's got somebody strapped to her. Okay.
Our friend is having a little issue. We're not quite sure what's going on with
It's
her.
food poisoning.
She's
I've never seen food poisoning do that, and I see that sometimes. As people don't cook their things very well around the coast, you know. I'm Mary Cottonhill, and I guess welcome to the Salty Thimble.
Sunshine.
You could definitely find a temple of Yunko around to the edge of town. There's a few other deities around, but I see your symbols. And, yeah, you got rooms, and as long as your cats don't cause a stir, they could definitely be in the stable.
We'll make sure
And,
they're well fed and well behaved.
Okay, well, I have honey cakes and salt roasted crab. So, if you need food, we do have that.
I
Greatly
haven't had
appreciate
crab in
it.
a long time.
We definitely have it here.
Hey guys, real quick, do we have to worry about forgetting Esteban tomorrow if we're taking separate rooms? Or, like, how do we handle not?
You have to not for
Does someone need to stay with
24
him?
We've slept for 8 hours.
Forgetting
and
Esteban? She can't see Esteban because he's strapped to Zila, who's
Yeah.
outside.
No, worry, he'll be fine in the stable.
Oh no, he's going into a room.
Oh, okay.
Unless you had a reason that you did need a sleeping partner.
Ooh. He's married.
I'm a married man.
He doesn't need a sleeping partner.
They're both married, technically, if you think about it.
We are in different aspects of our marriage right now.
Oh,
Yes,
Yeah.
he's been cursed by his wife, and you.
Left your wife at home.
Yes.
Loves his wife dearly. Come on now.
That's true. That's true.
Except for that earlier comment.
It was a joke.
That's
Jokes. Oh my
all in good humor.
Yeah.
Anyways, let's get Esteban up to a room and Avery to a room, and then
Should we
can
like
have
put
some
them in
food.
bed together and make her
Yes.
think that they did something when they wake up?
absolutely.
I think we should.
No.
I think we should.
No.
Absolutely. I'm
I
with
think
you.
Civil's in on it. Group vote. 3 against 1. Okay.
Who's looking at me?
A tail starts flicking and the end of it
Oh.
catches on fire.
3 against 2.
And she is staring daggers at you guys. Looking like, yeah, one of you come try to take her off my back now.
Well, Sunshine should be able to because Sunshine didn't vote for that.
Come on, Azara. I'll show you to yours and Avery's room.
She'll turn
Esteban
around and
won't
back
get in the
up.
bed with Azara anyways.
She'll go backwards, watching you guys, following Sunshine, but walking backwards with Avery on her
That's
back.
impressive, Azara.
Azara has to sleep eventually.
She pisses it. Chevy. But she'll follow Sunshine once she's sure you guys are out of sight. That's the only time she'll turn around and follow you closer.
We'll get Avery into the bed and make sure Azara's fed, and then I'll come back downstairs. Unless Azara
You
wants
feel
to.
this on the door as soon as you closed it.
Okay. Cats.
What, you try to open it?
Yeah.
Yeah, you can't.
Oh,
No, she's
okay.
not gonna let
There's
I
a
see.
body against it.
I'll knock 3 times to come and wake you up and let you know if we go and do anything.
There's no answer.
It's okay. I know she heard me.
Spin once for yes, twice for no.
Scratch once for yes, twice for no.
No, I said I'll knock 3 times to let her know that we're doing going. That way she knows it's me. Okay?
Okay.
Nobody else is around. They didn't hear that.
All right, so you put Avery and Azara in one room.
So while she's up there, like, putting the child to bed,
Right.
I'm gonna
I
go
got
sit
one
down.
more.
I'm gonna go sit down at the table.
Okay.
Yep.
Is there
I've
a-
already ordered crab.
Yeah, is there like a fireplace or something in here that's roaring?
No, it's just nice and
Cozy.
it's cozy. It's
Okay.
got a little bit of light. I mean, sunshine walking in and out makes it brighter, but you've got this ship hull to either side, and you've got this little wooden floor underneath you. It makes it kind of nice. It seems like you might be on the interior of a ship, but it's way wider
Yeah.
than most ships would be. So you're finding that there's some good smells and such through here.
Oh, we're having a
I've
tasty
ordered
dinner.
a bucket of crab legs, and I'm teaching Sivril how to properly eat the crab.
Okay. Yeah, she will bring out some salt roasted crab for you too.
He brings out these little implements and he's like, "You gotta crack it with this," and I'm like,
Right?
Oh, you just the meat
squeeze
just
it
all
real
fell apart. You got to be delicate with it, or else the meat falls apart. You want to have a nice big hunk as it comes out, and then you take a bite of that meat.
Elgato's head still in the door is like,
Yeah, I was gonna ask for a to-go plate.
he's
Because
kind of licking his lips watching you guys do it.
I will end up sleeping in the stable with the cats tonight because
Okay.
I just don't think El Gato is going to allow me to sleep inside of the inn.
Yeah, he would probably try to squeeze through those doors.
Yes, he would. So, in the name of being friendly, and not living up to the stereotype of a goblin and destroying everything, I'll ask for a couple buckets of crab and take them.
Just
All right.
just playing devil's advocate here. What if someone else stumbles upon you when you're not with us, and they see a goblin and 2 displacer beasts?
Yeah, the displacer beasts might be the bigger problem.
Yeah.
There's your couple buckets of crab, my dear.
Thank you.
Goblins aren't such a problem over here.
Okay.
Where are y'all from? You're not from the Harvest Coast.
From the other side of the continent.
Where, I'm from Zaratham.
Doratham. So that's in the Elven Nation, I take it. Okay,
yes.
yeah, that makes sense. And you're from the other side of the continent.
Mm-hmm.
And
Opposite
where are you
coast,
from,
yep.
dear?
That's a great question, and one I wish I had an answer to.
Well, I mean,
She has a little
goblins
bit of
aren't a big issue around here. I mean, there's some that are quite civilized here in the Harvest Coast, so it's not like anyone's going to assume that you're just one of the devils that goes parading across the lands. Besides, you've obviously got some kind of civilization in you. You've got contraptions
I do,
and such.
yes.
So,
I can defend myself, Chevy, but also I don't think El Gato is allowing anyone near me.
I wasn't worried about you being able to defend yourself. I was worried about the panic that would ensue across the town.
I mean,
I'm just
those
going to
are
be
really
sleeping
big
in a
cats.
stable.
That's fair.
As long as they're in the stable, I guess they're
Yeah,
not
they're
gonna
not
cause
gonna
too
go
much of a
anywhere.
panic. And you guys came in kind of at dusk, so it's not like many people saw them, but they'll probably cause quite a stir tomorrow.
Well, we'll handle that when tomorrow comes.
I'll at least try to warn the gentleman that's got a horse in there, and hopefully it doesn't give it a heart attack. So,
Yes. Some,
and the
doesn't-
other
you
large
guys have a lot
cat
of
is
fish.
staying in the room. I take
Yes.
it. Okay.
You get a lot of fish here, right?
We do.
Do you have some raw fish for the cats? Make them.
I was gonna
I'll pay for it.
We can get that.
I was just
Elgato's
gonna
already
feed
trying to
Elgato
like
some
grab
crab.
a couple pieces of
Oh,
crab
I sent out another
He's
basket
pulling it and
for
you can hear him
Zila.
crunching through the shell and everything. He seems to be having a blast with this crab.
It zooms back out, and Several's got the little like crab fork, and he's like, now,
I mean, you're
that.
decently
say,
dexterous.
to be
right?
fair, my dex is a +3, so
All right, you
know,
managed to get, once you figure it out,
Yeah.
A couple of tries, and
Yeah.
instead of
You gotta
smashing
crack
it
the
and having
joints,
different
and then
crabs,
you just split the.
you find you able to pull out whoosh, an entire chunk. You're like, oh, that's better than having these little tiny
you
bites.
just dip it
of
in this
smash.
right here and throw that in your mouth.
okay, that's interesting.
So you guys find an enjoyable meal and some fish and some crab for you and the displacer beast babies. They're excited. They seem to enjoy crunching on the crab.
Sure.
And I mean, they'll eat the whole crab.
They can have the
They,
whole-
they won't guts and all. They don't care. They're enjoying the crunch. It seems like
gonna-
a cookie or something.
Just ask Elgato to let me have some of the meat on the inside
No, he'll let you
of
have
some
it.
of these so that, like, crunch away on the outside.
I mean, you find
You can just peel. Here you go, buddy.
You find
Right,
you
yeah.
know how to use the. You heard him telling Several how to use it, but you find you almost like muscle memory. You're
Oh.
able to crack open the crab and pull out some.
Look at me go.
Yeah, you're able to
Hey.
get yourself some. And Elgato will totally take the shell.
Yeah.
So there's no waste with these two.
Look at this.
The horse
Perfect.
that is in that stable does not like these cats.
no, I can imagine not.
Elgato and Zila find great delight, it seems, every once in a while reaching over a tentacle and then tapping the
Guys.
horse just so that it freaks out a little.
Nice.
You can get them to stop, but they seem to enjoy the high-pitched whinny of the horse every once in a
Oh, my
while.
goodness.
But they are definitely eating any of the scraps, and if you think too, you could probably tell them to bring out their
Yeah.
shells as well. These cats will devour it. But as everybody settles in for the evening, who else is staying where?
Well, Esteban's gonna be into another room, and then that just leaves Chevy and myself and
I'll crash with Esteban. I'll make sure no one bothers him.
So you two actually get a room alone finally. All right. That's where we will end for tonight.
I was like,
Civil
that's
and Sunshine actually sharing a room by themselves for once. We got Esteban in with Chevy, Avery by herself, and Irnela out in the stables with the displacer babies, who after a little while you have to get them to calm down and stop messing with that poor horse. But that's where we're going to stop for today, guys. As do what?
He said Chevy's getting cuddled.
Chevy's getting cuddles. No, you are hearing quite a bit of talking in his sleep, and we'll tell you all about that next week.
Rude.
Guys, join us here next week at Tuesday at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and bring your friends. Hopefully, we'll see you back, Migwar. It was wonderful to have you today, and we will catch you guys next week. Don't forget Barnabas Brushes, which not this week, but next Wednesday you will see him.
Hopefully.
And then Monday we have Bloodlords. Hopefully we'll see Overwatch on Thursday if he's feeling better. And he'll be maybe doing some 7 Days to Die or something. He'll stream something that he gets to play, and we'll see some Critical Knowledge on Friday. So, guys, that's it for us tonight. Join us again for Soul Severed next Tuesday. The streamer's got to stream again.
Don't forget to copy
Too
that
much
raid
drink.
call. Copy that raid call.
Absolutely, yeah. Copy your raid call, guys. Let's do this. Let's
go.
raid somebody else and check them out.
Yep.
And we'll
And
find
feed
some
the
more people
black.
to help. Absolutely. We'll see you guys later.
Good night, everybody.
Bye,
Bye, guys.
everybody.
Bye.